Good evening, everybody. Excuse you.
Well, it is for some of us. You were dying. So
I'm getting closer to death every fucking minute, mate.
Aren't we all?
Absolutely. Hey, I've seen me coughing anyway. When we were in Whitby, there's a fucking chocolate shop and they do a fucking chocolate coffee. I'll fucking do for me.
Oh, that's an horrible surprise. You open your box of chocolates and there's Lee.
Yeah.
This chocolate tastes awful dusty.
Yeah, we've got off to a good start already, haven't we? You can only go fucking downhill from here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
There you
guarantee it will.
Absolutely.
Straight out of the gates, and we're talking about you. We're all going to die.
Bill, stop nicking my... Bloody look, I'm using the Sunday check-in one. You can't. Thieving little git.
Evening, Bill.
Evening, Bill. Somebody check in? Don't know who they are.
Yeah.
No, what do I at times?
Hey, Lisa.
The other half. Tyler, how you doing, buddy?
How's it going, bro?
Oh, hey, we've got to miss Jenny sitting.
Oh, yes.
G'day.
See, exactly. She won't get rid of good chocolate, so
Yep.
just melt it down with me, innit? Works for me.
Do you want to be dead before this, or just at any time?
Anytime.
I mean, what you two get up to? I know it's after 9, but only just.
Well, that's it. We're after Watershed, so we're fine. Might not be after the US Watershed, but we don't care. We're not over there.
Well, Tyler's only got young ears anyway. Worst case scenario, we offend him.
He's impressionable.
Well, he deals with me and Bill every week, so I guarantee he'd be screwed.
Oh, yes. I'm
making no comments. I'm making no comments.
I can make comments, but I better not. Well, what's new, Bill?
Yeah. Git.
Yeah, we're all good, Jenny. How's yourself? Yeah, I did have a quick look at any news in the music world this afternoon, but
Wish we hadn't.
Yeah, we'll not go into that one.
No.
The only other thing, James Hetfield on his new tattoo with the ashes of Lemmy in the ink.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a new sort of Lemmy-inspired finger tattoo.
It's the most valuable part of James Hetfield, then.
Yeah. Aren't we all, Jenny? Aren't we all? Wait till you get old like us old fuckers.
Speak for yourself.
Yep.
All right, then you're just an old git.
I just turned 48 there Thursday.
Happy birthday.
I am old. 2 years away from fucking 6th decade on this planet.
Yeah. 6.5. Oh, fucking hell.
And I'm not depressed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 54 this year.
Jesus, I didn't think you were far off from either.
Yeah.
You're looking good for it, man.
Oh, and I've still got all my own hair. It is my own hair, this, honest.
It's still all my own parts.
Yeah. Mostly. Most of them are knackered, but they're still my own parts. No, most of them are.
True, Jenny.
Yeah.
Anybody,
don't know.
anybody with arthritis is wrong.
That's Matt's new show.
It's a shit show. No.
Well, no, because you haven't got Mank on it.
I don't care what people think of it because I'm not doing it to make like everybody happy. I'm doing it to give people a bit of a laugh and talk about mental health on there and shit like that.
And have another good whinge like we do on here.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, I set the saying about like the chat groups on Facebook. I set that on the other day. Well, man, I wish I hadn't now. My phone's not stopped fucking going.
I know, it's like everything. The fuck, oh, for fuck's sake.
There are a couple of people, one of which we talked about before the show's having a bit of a crappy time at the minute. And I've had some good chats with them. And we're back to that thing of blokes don't like talking about mental health.
Nope.
Oh, I don't know. I could sit and have a right good moan about it for fucking hours. I'm just used to it. I'm just used to talking about it now.
The person who we were talking about, I'm not saying who it is, but the person who we were talking about, he doesn't want to let his feelings out. I get that. I do get that because of what it is, but it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is difficult for some people.
It is.
Yes, we do, Jenny.
Been there, done that.
Well, not being funny, but they're going to have to talk about it sooner or later.
Yeah, I mean,
not necessarily on a show or whatever, but I mean.
No, I don't expect somebody to do. I mean, like come on a show and go, yeah.
I know, but I mean, they are going to have to talk about it though.
Yeah.
As we all know, it'll sit and eat them.
I don't care who it's with. It doesn't have to be with like me or G or Jenny or Lisa, whoever. Find somebody that you can talk to about it for fuck's sake, because keeping that shit to yourself is fucking dangerous.
Oh yes, yes, Jenny, yes. Damn it, I've spoke about this on your old show. I mean, a lot of time, if I'm having a bit of a mental issue, I'll come in here and just bang some riffs out.
Yeah, music's it is a good way, whether it's listening to music or creating it, or
there's times when I've been in whatever sort of mood and I've actually come up with some decent riffs.
That's part of the reason why I love punk and metal so much, because it's two of the best ways of getting all of that out.
Yeah,
you can take all that anger, shove it into the music, and just let rip.
I mean, I joke about it, but I used to call it my primal scream therapy.
Yeah.
Go into the studio and just fucking shout and growl for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah. It's like, let me you go to a concert, we rip out your heart, and then we give it you back an hour and a half later feeling a lot fucking better.
Exactly, Tyler. You used hey up, Mike.
How's it going,
Mike?
Like depression, it fueled his early coil building because you're putting your talents, you're putting your mind into something.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Bill says, music and poetry.
Yep.
Well, yeah, Bill's poetry is more the boys.
Yeah, I know we're after the watershed, but perhaps we might not want to hear any of Bill's poetry.
All right, steamy for a minute there. I thought you were going to say it's like Vogon poetry or something.
His balls went clang.
I'll not try and butcher your first name, but hello, Susan.
Hello,
how are you doing?
Zuru, I think.
Zuru.
Or Zuru.
I'll let you butcher it.
How's it going, Colin? Well, I'm Scottish, so, they're expecting me to butcher it.
Yeah, we'll just
Colin, how you doing, bud? I butcher everybody's fucking name, so. Brazil, cool.
Awesome.
Some good metal bands have come out of Brazil, including Sepultura.
Yep.
It's Sepultura, not Sepultura. It's not a chur, it's a tur. Fucking hell.
Sepultura.
Oh, it fucking winds me up every time I hear somebody say Sepultura. No.
Sepultura.
Sepultura, it sounds like a disease you get and go to the doctors, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry
You
for
get annoyment for that.
We couldn't save him. He had a bad case of the Sepultura.
Oh dear. That's why I've got this cushion.
Yeah. Apply this ointment 3 times a day.
If this is Mr. Sousa's first time in here, he's now sat there thinking, oh, I wish I hadn't bothered.
Yep.
Yeah, you might want to run away as quick as possible. I mean, you've got a Londoner, a Yorkshireman, and a jock. You're not going to be able to understand any of us.
No. Hey, be careful. You were on the borderline of doing the Irishman, Englishman, Scotsman joke.
That did run through me head as I was saying.
Fucking hell, we'll be up in court next week.
We're fine. We're south of the border. We're fine. We're fine. Well, until the certain next party gets in as the next government.
That actually, be serious. Do you reckon Labour are going to bring that in for the whole of the UK? Because I do.
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me.
Well, like you said, they're the ones that the majority of them did sign it. So, you know, that speaks for itself.
Tyler, sometimes we do.
When we start rambling, just go, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till I do the vlog where I go around my hometown centre. I'll go on full on fucking Yorkshire then.
If you're asking me to speak in Portuguese, I'm struggling with English, let alone Portuguese.
I would say I may be bilingual, but it's English and rubbish.
You're good at both.
Yeah. Well, I'm better at rubbish than good English. But yeah, I can see certain parts of certain laws getting brought in and under the next Labour government.
Yep.
Get ready for the Chinese credit scores.
You won't be able to sit in your own house like we are now.
Yep.
I'd have a laugh about anything.
Oh, sure, Bob.
You know, you can't do like I mean, I'm always taking the piss out of the Scottish and like, you know, it's just the way it is. It's how I grew up. It's not offensive necessarily. It's
same here. It's just having a ribbon.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah,
it's like what my dad says. We talk about this, not this, but like comedy. It don't matter whether it's offensive or not. If it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
So sometimes subject matter might not be.
Yeah.
You know, of what you're talking about might not be nice, but the fact that you've actually talked about it, at least you talked about it.
Exactly. Thanks. Much appreciated.
I just think people need to get over themselves. The whole, you know, you can't say this because somebody's from, you know, wherever.
Yeah. Or somebody may get offended. Somebody's going to be offended by whatever comedy. Somebody's always the butt of the joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one, Mike. But in new Labour rules, you will come under the heading of angry Angry Londoner.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, he's already that, isn't he?
And on that note, unless you're Mr. By the Curb and he tries to speak posh Yorkshire. Oh, he's so funny. He tries to speak so posh.
The
Tries to
other
lose his
one,
mousy accent all the time.
the other one that people don't realise a bit is the Dublin accent. Okay, there's two sides to Dublin City.
Yeah.
There's the like proper Dubliners that are just like everyone else, and then there's the posh Dubliners.
Yeah.
And posh Dubliners, I think they have their own fucking language.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking. I don't think they know what they're talking about.
Cam needs a good motorcycle. I need to get mine back out on the road.
He likes bikes and he likes decent music. I cannot fault the guy.
Yeah, he's in the right place, then.
Yep.
Well, not next week. He's not, because Northwest will be on.
Bastard. I might come over next year for that.
I've got all my bags packed.
Yeah. Northwest is definitely one I want to go to.
It's one of them that once seen, never forgotten, mate.
Yeah. Well, other day, because I still get emails from MSVR for Superbikes, BSB. Okay, now have you seen price now for tickets for BSB? 35 quid, and that's pre-book.
I remember I can remember some of the first BSB races I went to. It was 3 quid.
Yeah.
I think the prices have gone up really fast, or it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, fucking hell. Fair enough. I still get. I mean, yeah, we're nearly 4 years down line from communist flu, but fucking hell.
I was just going to say that's inflation and post fucking lockdown for you.
Yeah,
it's a lockdown.
Before lockdown, I think most I ever paid were about 26, 27 quid.
Yeah.
That I can handle, but when you start getting 35 quid, that's 70 quid for a pair of us. And then you've got your food and your fuel on top of that. Nah,
Jesus
it's not making it a cheap day out anymore.
If you're going and you're not taking food or drinks, fuck
Christ, yeah.
I tell you one that scared me. I was talking to Tyler. There's a big metal concert up the road from him. He'll probably tell us what it is. And he was, I think I'm going to go. Because he had a little bit of money.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, nice one, mate. For him and his other half to go, we worked out it was going to cost him nearly $1,500.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. Food prices, get this. A single shot of JD there, I think Tyler said it was $9 or $10.
Jesus, that break.
I'll just take the bottle. I'll just take my bottle. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, we were talking about this last night. Because one of YouTubers that we watch is based in Blackpool. And he were down near that Lemmy's bar. He didn't actually go past it, but he were on that road. And we were saying, for a themed pub, especially a Lemmy themed pub, fucking prices aren't bad at all. What were it? Even for Montread beers, they were only charging just over 4 quid.
I think he said it was. You paid a quid for the glass. Or, I mean, it's a plastic mug with.
Yeah, plastic. I think it's a quid or 2 quid. Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Like, you just get your refills, basically. Well,
hang on a minute. So one shot of JD was $9, but a double is $28. So almost that's over 3 times.
And I think burgers and stuff there. I think burgers were. He was on about. Tyler was saying. I'm sure he said something like 35 or 40.
Jesus Christ!
And if you go out of the gate, you have to pay again. Full ticket price to come back in.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
I was like, mate, nah.
Yeah. Oh, I bet Yeah, but you'd be talking that sort of price just to go to fucking download nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, I had a look a few weeks back, and the cheapest deals I could find that were included some sort of accommodation, which were like some sort of fucking glamping thing, and it was £600 each for a weekend.
Fuck's sake.
And that's
Yeah.
£1,200 for entry and accommodation.
Yeah.
Before you've thought about food,
any merch,
you're going to want
drinks.
a few beers and whatever.
It's like, no, how can people afford that? And then when I looked at lineup, it's like 5 bands that I'd want to go and see, if that. Like, no.
Yep.
Like when there's Anthrax tour coming up later on this year, you've got Anthrax, Creator and Testament for £58. Then it's no contest.
Yep.
I'm seriously thinking, yep, that might happen.
Yeah. Consider it myself. That's if they
Exactly,
come. That's
Jenny.
if they come to Belfast. I've got a habit of missing them out.
Yeah.
What Jenny just said there, at 9.9, £200 for 5 days camping, festival tickets, plus travel.
Travel, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Evening walk.
How's it
How you
going,
doing,
Bob?
bud?
You know, £200, your camping, your tickets, and then you travel on top. Well, so say 250. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's say 250. That's for 5 days. Yeah, all right. I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like the days when we used to go. Most we ever paid were about £32.
Oh, awesome, Tyler. So if you'd bought those tickets and the bands have already dropped out.
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't the one. This isn't that fucking festival that's organised by. I'll need to look into it, but it's Tank the Tech.
Yeah.
I think it might be, you know.
He's been talking about a festival. Last year it was a complete and utter farce, and they're actually due in court. They've been subpoenaed and everything. The organiser's been subpoenaed, but they still allowed them.
YouTubers did videos about it last year.
They still allowed them to go ahead and do another one this year, but he hasn't booked any bands yet. No bands have been announced yet. But
Evening, Joey.
They started taking money.
I just.
Yeah, that's it. The Blue Rock. Yeah.
Yep, Blue Rock. Yep, that was it.
Yeah, I remember a few. Well, a guy I one friendly went to it. And he said it was an absolute shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, and we used to moan about Monsters of Rock, the price there.
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy that runs that Blue Rock still owes a shitload in fees for the bands. Bands are still due money, like merchandise. Vendors are still due money. People have asked for refunds and they're still due money. He hasn't given them anything back, and yet he's still collecting money.
Square table degenerates. I have that problem solved. You get yourself one of them. Look, you get a wheelchair.
You're welcome.
This is my spot. Fuck off.
I think I'm going to have to start taking a walking stick, but one that's got a point on, but not just fucking poke people with it.
Ooh, there's an idea.
Yeah. Maybe just put a bit of a electrical current at the bottom of it as well.
Yeah, cattle prod.
Yeah.
How's it going, Square and Gary?
Well,
Irish Gary.
You could put, let me just think, you could probably get 5, maybe 6 21-700 batteries at 4.2 E.
Yeah.
Put that in series and then put it through a box switch, you could end up with a lot of wattage coming out the other end. It would hurt.
Yeah, them two obituary gigs that we during lockdown when they did them each studio, they were fucking good.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them, halfway through doing the set, Power Trip turned up with a load of beer.
No, Gary, don't be silly. We don't need car batteries. We have.
Yeah, we don't. Be a bit heavy to carry about as well.
A 4S LiPo produces 16.8 volts.
Yeah.
You, don't worry, I can wire it up. I can give you something that'll be painful. Leave it to Bill. Mind you, if we leave it to Bill and he wires it up, it probably somebody will get an electric chair and a stick.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, by saying that, my dad's downloaded some schematics for a fuzz pedal, and he's thinking about making one of them.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, he knows his electronics, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was an electrical engineer. Yeah, he's built this. He's built one for me, one for him. I've not had a chance to try it out. It's not a pedal as such. It's a little box with different capacitors in. As you change your capacitors, it does change your tone.
That'd be interesting to see what sounds you get out of that.
So I've fucking just not had a chance to try it. I've got loads of shit to fucking test out yet. Amps, pedals, all sorts of shit.
Gary, I think we all know people that could do with a poke with an electric stick at times.
Oh yes, I work with a few.
They're usually in governmental positions of power.
Yeah.
Not that I'm suggesting or in any way that we should use an electrical cattle prod on Keir Starmer. But allegedly it would be a lot of fun.
Or on the ginger growler. We do not condone that at all.
We do not condone electrical violence owing to the fact it might hurt a proton.
The electrons might get offended.
It could hurt your quark.
Well, they're always negative, so of course they're going to be offended.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian May's original guitar. He could do a lot with that. Oh, bloke, that's a tough choice. Can't we have one in each hand and do them both at the same time?
I don't know what you've been up to off the show, but
Yeah, it's a democracy, apparently. You're free to do whatever you want.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, it's a midweek.
Within reason, of course.
Why not be a bit kinky and do both, mate? Yeah.
No.
Electrically, yeah.
Well, they are MPs, so isn't it part of the job description?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
The thought of Corbyn getting into power, that scares me more than Keir Starmer. I'm not going to take the whole show political, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in the world. Just the whole world is like...
The whole world is
nuts, isn't it? It's going nuts. It really is.
You wake up you sort of watch. I mean, I always watch a little bit of news later on at night, with the hope
wish
that
you
it put
didn't.
me to sleep. And you sort of watch it the night before and think, "Fuck me, I hope it don't get any worse." You wake up in the morning and watch it again, and you think, "Fuck me, it's got worse."
Yeah. Russians
Oh.
now supplying fucking Iran with weapons. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah,
What world we live in.
it's fucking wonderful, isn't it?
I'm not picking on America here, or because Tyler's in. I'll just pick on him directly. But
Yeah.
You've got the American government doing all sorts of shady shit like they always have done with various governments. British government no better.
No.
Crooked Joe and fucking terrible Trump. Both
Yeah,
alleging each other of fucking taking money for Russia.
I mean, to be fair, fucking Dementia Joe don't know who he's doing fucking deals with.
The thing is, Gary, you saying about the new British government rules coming in on smoking. Obviously, you're in the south, I'm up here in the north, of Ireland. So, yes, it's going to affect me, but it's also going to eventually affect the south.
Yeah.
I guarantee it will affect the south.
Yeah,
because a lot of the EU, it's going to affect you guys.
Well, I'm not being funny, but when advocates all over the world have been fucking pointing to us and saying, look, their health service says it's at least 95% safer than normal combustible tobacco. Therefore, it is one of the best, if not the best, smoking cessation device. When you get people around the world looking to us for that, and then all of a sudden our government turns around and says, "Oh no, wait a minute, we made a mistake.
Yep,
we're banning it now."
Yep, exactly, Gary.
Every other country's going to do it.
What Gary's just said. They're going to look at the UK government. They're going to go, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's follow suit."
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it'll not just be Irish government. They'll bring it in EU-wide.
Never mind the fact that it's not even fucking government that's done any of the research into it. It's the Royal College of Physicians. It's the National Health Service. They're telling the government that it's safe, but
I mean,
they're just not making enough money off of the taxes the same way as they are with cigarettes. So fuck them.
That as well. They're not making enough taxes, and they're all just going down the same route as what the fucking media and fucking the Chinese, the World Health Organization.
I mean, but the kids are vaping. The kids are vaping. Kids were smoking for fucking years.
Kids were smoking.
Kids were still buying fucking cigarettes for fucking years. Did they do anything about that?
I'm not being funny.
Fucking underage drinking. We've all done that.
The youngest person in here is probably, I would have said, probably Tyler. I don't know, but Tyler's a youngster.
I think Gary's probably younger.
You're not telling me that when they got involved in sort of teenage years, they weren't nicking cans of beer from home and a bit of, out the old alcohol cabinet, and they were nicking their mum's fags, and they were scrounging fags from here, there, and everywhere, because that was growing up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm not saying it's right. It's not. Of course it's not. But it's life.
It happens. Fucking hell. 28-year-old bastard.
Gary, it's never going to happen, because I'm not being funny, but as it stands right now, UK government is 100% against any form of nicotine, and that includes vaping.
Yeah,
they want the UK to be completely smoke free and vape free by 2030.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, they brought in changing it slightly. They brought in the one on emissions thing for cars as well, didn't they? They want to bring in,
but that's been put back to 2035.
Oh, Would that be anything to do with all the electric vehicles catching fire and producing more emissions?
Could be. But
Fire service have no way of putting the fucking fires out. Just let them burn.
So here's the thing, right? They're wanting it completely smoke free by 2030, which means vaping as well. Apparently now,
even though it's not smoke.
Now,
vape.
As far as British government's opinions of, I've got to call it cannabis because I hate stigmatised terms now, but I've got to stick to unstigmatised terms now. But as far as cannabis is concerned, medicinally, since 2018, it's legal. Only through private clinics, though.
Yeah.
Now, they've said that they're gathering data so that they can give the data to the NHS in the hopes of it being legalised and for prescription through NHS, which means you get free cannabis treatment. Never going to happen. Because at the moment, they're preferred. The government's basically told clinics, yes, you can prescribe, but unless they're taking a tablet form or a sublingual form, like oil under the tongue, unless it's that, you've got to vape it. And if they're going to be fucking against vapes now, you can pretty much say goodbye to fucking cannabis use now.
Yeah.
And that's shit because, it's a fucking... The data's there. The efficacy of it as a medicine is there.
Yeah.
But there's just too many fucking stick in the muds in Parliament that just don't want it changed because they still associate it with hippies and criminals.
It's a gateway drug.
Aye, right.
They'll all be on heroin next.
So's getting into politics, apparently.
Yep.
That's a gateway drug to licking somebody's arsehole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but they're doing their usual trick. They get 10% of the facts. That makes them an expert, and then off they go. Nah. Not being funny, the whole vaping thing, there isn't enough education for doctors, anywhere near enough, because Dr. Mendelsohn, who's one of the advocates for vaping, he's been saying the same. Half of the GPs he talks to know nothing about vaping because there's no education for them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the same with cannabis just now as well.
Yeah. And the UK community, I'm sorry, I'm getting on my horse now, we're to blame for this. We are to blame because we've all been giving it look, we're all right. Fuck you, America. Fuck off. We didn't see it coming.
Take your eyes off the ball, yeah.
As a community. And as soon as 4 years ago, which is how long ago it was, I started saying, we need community, everybody together, not arguing, in case something happens. Everyone's, no, that never happened. You're talking bollocks. Well, yeah, I'm not denying I do talk a lot of bollocks. I not really admit that, but and like you say, now it's coming. I don't follow the cannabis side of things because cannabis isn't something I personally use.
Mm-hmm.
But I would for painkillers over opiates any day.
Yeah.
Because opiates do a lot more damage to your system.
It's back. We were saying earlier on, it's backwards the way things are working now.
Yeah.
Because they'll gladly allow the use of fentanyl.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind the fact that it's just going to cause a shitload of addiction issues down the line, and the side effects are a hell of a lot nastier than any other drug on the market. But we'll just wait. We'll allow that for prescription. What about this thing that's actually proven to work though, and is not just usable for one particular type of pain or illness? It treats a whole fucking slew of conditions.
Yep.
Keep that illegal.
It's not, and we're not talking about necessarily pain relief either. Cannabis
pain
has been
management.
proven. It's been proven medically that it's very good for a lot of nerve damage and probably
skin conditions as well.
Yep.
Parkinson's.
Mhm.
We know it works for Parkinson's. Fuck
Yep.
me, does it work for that?
Well, again, so you guys know, but foundation I'm going to be working for, run by Charlotte Caldwell. It's her son is wee Billy Caldwell.
Right.
He was the one that gets him and his mum get stopped at Heathrow, but the government had said, government had allowed Charlotte to go over to the States and Canada, get him treatment over there till they decided to actually legalise it for use over here.
Mm.
So they said in 2018, yep, that's fine. You can come back in. You can come back over now. We'll allow it over here. Stopped her at Heathrow and confiscated it because they didn't put protections in place. Didn't inform customs. Didn't inform anybody. Just said, yeah, that's fine. Just bring it back. If do what you like, bring it back.
That's not like the British government to not inform people.
I mean, are we saying that then allegedly the government might have done it on purpose to get up? Because that's the way that sounds to me. That somebody maybe fitted her up almost.
But it's backwards. I mean, her son though. I mean, the point I was about to make, but I forgot my point until just now. It was epilepsy. He was having at least 200 to 300 seizures a day.
Jesus.
And they were life-threatening.
Wow.
As soon as medical cannabis, seizure-free. On his first birthday, doctor said, "I'm really sorry, but chances are he's not going to see 6. He's 18.
Fuck.
Wow.
You see that? There's a fucking success story. Fuck me, there's a good story.
But there's no proof. There's no scientific proof that it actually works. So, oh yeah.
There's one straight away.
There's no proof that you've got fucking political bias and discriminating against it. No.
Yeah, people with, like we said, Parkinson's. I mean, how many times has it worked well for people with Parkinson's?
Yep.
I know for a fact you guys have seen it, but there was a video that was going around Facebook for months. The guy in his 60s, I think it is, with Parkinson's, and he is this. Oh, it's awful to watch. He literally can't hold a fucking cup of tea. It's like all over the fucking place. Tries to hold things and they're just flying out his hands because he's no motor control. Couple of puffs. 5 minutes later, he's talking. No slurring. Perfect speech. Can lift things, no bother. Walk about fine. But yeah, no scientific proof that it actually does anything.
See, I'll say the same.
But that's because they won't allow funding for proper medical research.
No.
Sounds familiar to the whole vaping thing as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, is I'm like with the vaping, I don't want people to sit here and go, oh, well, vapors did it to themselves. I agree, we did. We fucked ourselves up, right, because of the arrogance, some people. And the point is, I have no issue with there being laws regarding vaping. None at all. If you want to add reasonable tax levels to it, that's fine. That's cool. The same goes for the cannabis, unless it's medically, obviously medical needs, then that's a whole different ballgame. Yep. It comes under medication. You should get that as and when you need it.
That's one of the things that I've been saying to the rest of the team. It has to. I don't have a problem. You guys know I was recreational for years. I've no problem with anybody taking it recreationally, but it needs to be it needs to be recognised as an effective medicine first. Because if it's not, and they go straight to the recreational, it's forever going to be just nothing more than a relaxant. Nothing. It's not going to be any more use for people than beer or coffee, nicotine. It's going to come under the same bracket. It'll never be a medicine, and as such, it'll be forever privatised. Then
Tyler would
never
be an
in
interesting
NHS.
one for this, because Tyler, I hope you don't mind me saying, Tyler does partake of a bit of green, partly because it's completely legal in his state.
Yeah.
But he takes it partly because he has really, really bad anxiety, which is part of the reason he does the show with us. Like, I'm not sure how that helps your anxiety, but he does it because he wants in his
show you, it's even more.
He wants to face his anxieties. That's his way of doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Or not to put anything on him, not like spring anything on and say, "Oh, you're doing this," or you're just, if you want to do it, yeah, that's cool, buddy. Yeah, come on, do it. Yeah, have a waffle and whatever.
See, if you go online and read actual patient testimonies of medical cannabis patients, they have some clinics have actually started prescribing for mental illness, and there's one or two that I've read, like severe agoraphobic, hadn't left the house for years.
Yeah.
Gets put on the medication, within 2 weeks they're back out, going shopping for themselves, doing everything that they used to do.
It's allowing your mind to function that much better. It allows you to not panic. You're not getting all of those feelings of panic and anxiety. Therefore, your brain's going, yeah, you know what, this going out thing, that's just not too bad, actually. Yeah. All right. So you try a bit more, and it builds up that confidence, and that's what's helping people. It did worry me a bit with Tyler, because Tyler has some other problems, which are the mental side of things, bipolar. Yeah. So that worried me a bit with it being cannabis. But it's not shown.
As long as you don't go overboard. Yeah, as long as you don't go overboard and you become too reliant on it, you're going to be.
He's sensible.
Be fine. Yeah.
He's sensible. Bill, saying about using it for arthritis.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got quite a bit of arthritis. I think Bill and I share about the same amount. There's not many joints that haven't got arthritis. Sponsored by WD-40. And yeah, would cannabis help me? Yes. Yeah, it would. It would.
Well, the good thing is, because it's been legal in the States for so, in some of the states for so long, or at least decriminalised, it allowed proper research to get done. Yep. Okay, it's still technically privatised over there as far as medical's concerned, but at least it allowed the research to be done, and you've got different strains for different conditions, different strengths for different conditions. Indica, you can use that for like treating mania, like you can use it for sleep issues. You'll get to sleep no bother on an indica, in the couch. Sativa, you can take it for pain relief and still function, because you're not completely melting to the couch.
Yep.
It gives you more of a lift than anything else. Because it's sativa that I'm on. And there's some times where I do maybe have one or two more than I should. Very occasionally. As Jenny pointed out, there's a couple of times where, yes, I do sound stoned.
I know. A friend of all us guys is, like Mike. Take it out a little bit. Mike.
Mike the human sundial.
Yeah, I love Mike. I really think that's
oh, okay.
But I think that helps Mike because Mike's got a lot of pain at the moment with his spine and back problems. He definitely needs something.
The thing is, I mean, there's it's not undercutting the street by that much at the moment. It really isn't. You know, if you go down the legal route, it's not undercutting street by that much.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. That's why they're looking that, you know, this whole campaign is about to kickstart. It's to try and get it on NHS, to get the proper scientific tests done that have been mandated by the government, but never actually carried out because nobody's willing to fund it.
Take 2 of Lisa's brownie and call me in 3 days.
Yeah. But I mean,
the brownie incident.
But I mean, it's a shame because if it was on NHS, you'd be able to get it no bother.
Yeah.
Probably be able to grow your own. You know, but as it is just now, I hate to say it, but not a lot of incentive for going down the legal route at the moment, other than you can do it safely. You can actually, I mean, legally, you can vape. You can vape medical cannabis on hospital grounds.
Yep. Hey Bill, you could have brownie roulette. We could both.
For fuck's sake.
But no, I'm going to get being serious on it. It's pretty obvious. This all comes back to money. It really does. It comes back to the money thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And governments
Gary,
they're not going to get their money.
You're right, Gary. If they just at least decriminalised it, never mind legal, but I mean at least for recreation. I'm talking about here. If it was decriminalised, at least, I reckon a lot more people would just become a bit more tolerant of it.
Yeah,
Gary, if I do a stream like that, you're getting involved in it, motherfucker. And all I'm going to say is, it is all going to be very healthy, these brownies. The other 2 substances I'm going to put in might fuck you up. This is the trouble. Is people end up looking at the whole cannabis thing as if everybody's going to end up as a stoner.
Yeah,
and all
that's
the
what I
rest
mean.
of it.
That's the stigma. The stigma is that they're all the same. You know,
and that's why we've got to take that we've got to take it seriously. It's got to be treated as this is a medication to help people.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's the whole push.
That's
the whole push. It's about to happen anyway. I mean, you need to remember. Okay, you might be against something. Is it effective though at treating something? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Let's set aside my fucking biases and discriminations then. You know, if it works, it works. You know, but like I said, fentanyl, so many negatives. Is it effective at treating certain things? Or as a painkiller? Yes.
Yeah.
It just so happens that it comes with many, many fucking caveats. You know.
Hey, DW.
DW, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, the issue I have with any of the opioids is you're going to be addicted.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Any opioid, you will become addicted to it eventually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know that, Tyler. Yeah, one of Tyler's best friends actually died from.
This is what I mean, though. And,
which is an awful thing.
It's still why are they allowing that and not allowing medical cannabis when it doesn't have nearly any of the side effects or negatives?
Even a worse thing in the States, it's okay to have fentanyl. It's okay to have cannabis, but it's not okay for Tyler to be able to go and buy nicotine and e-liquid.
I know.
It's fucked up, isn't
I
it?
Yeah,
it's just backwards. It's
You know,
everything's,
I know-
everything's
You can have,
you'll
you
be
can have
familiar.
as many drugs as you want, but don't touch them vapes. Them vapes are bad for you.
I know.
you know, I
You'll be
just-
familiar
I know-
with this term being over here for for having family over here, but everything's up the left.
Yep.
And I don't mean politically. That's just it's a Northern Irish term,
Yep.
meaning it's all arse to elbow.
Well, yeah, there is that side of it. You would end up in the fridge a lot, Gary. Yeah. The thing is that there's a recreational side of which I've done maybe in the past. There's a recreational side of weed, which we've all, everybody's done a bit of weed in the past.
Yeah.
No, it didn't do any of us any harm. It really didn't. And I saw Block put in there about it doesn't suit everybody. And Block's right.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Cannabis does not suit everybody.
Nope. Just the same as any other medication.
Correct.
And actually, Block, what you just put there, medical cannabis should, for instance, not be used for mental conditions like schizophrenia.
Mhm.
Right. Wrong. Completely wrong, because they are actually trialing use of cannabis with schizophrenia as a schizophrenic. They're also trying microdosing of ketamine, microdosing for PTSD.
Yep. And I believe if they're allowing that, they're going to look into the psilocybin and LSD as microdosing for certain conditions as well.
Yes. And yeah, you're right. If cannabis is fully legalized nationwide in America, I do think your government will tamper with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it gets scary, because what are they going to put in that cannabis? Are they going to spray it with like fentanyl or something? Or
It'll be full of preservatives and shit. And
leave it like tobacco. And we all know that pure leaf tobacco is perfectly safe to smoke.
Yeah. It's when they mix it with all the shit.
It's when you put formaldehyde in it. I mean, I love a bit of formaldehyde in my vape. It's great.
Nothing wrong with getting pickled.
Yeah.
I've been pickled for years.
I mean, look at shit that they're putting fucking food chain in America. Okay, now.
I don't get on that one. We often now take the piss out of Tyler with that one.
Yeah.
With spray cheese.
Exactly, DW. Damned if we do, damned if we don't.
But the thing is, like Block was saying, though, it's what you said, Block. Technically, I understand it can, certain strains and certain strengths, if you're taking it for a certain length of time, can lead to psychosis, not necessarily schizophrenia, psychosis. And conditions like schizophrenia, which is why everybody's started throwing the term around, oh, it causes schizophrenia. No, it causes similar effects and, whatnot. But I mean, the thing is, certain strains work for certain conditions.
Yep.
It's like I was saying, an indica, if you have sleep problems or anything, or if you're manic, an indica will slow your body down, will give you a chance to fucking breathe and probably work. Might not, just like other medication, it might not work.
Yeah.
I've yet to see one person though, and I don't think it's ever been documented, but I think there was one person that died from cannabis use, and it wasn't anything to do with the cannabis. It was something to do with something silly, like they died because they were that wasted because, and didn't take notice or something daft like that, sounds like something out of the Darwin Awards, but didn't actually have a negative reaction on the body. Not one person's ever had an allergic reaction. Not recorded anyway.
Oh, DW, the amount of crap that's in your food, fucking above half, and it's not even allowed over here.
The other thing I've got to say, Block, is there are 5 different types of cannabis known at the moment, but there are thought to be up to 10 possible different types of cannabis. Different types. Fucking hell, I'm on cannabis. It's reading and talking. It doesn't work. Schizophrenia. There's 5 sorts of schizophrenia, but there is up to 10 possible sorts of schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Mine is paranoid schizophrenia, along with a couple of other things thrown in there. But cannabis doesn't affect my side of the paranoia.
Yep.
So it's how your brain works, how it is. That's where you need to have it done medically. You need to have people
under close supervision.
This is, and again, this is what this is all about. Is with any drug that goes down the pharmaceutical line, any drug that is approved for prescription use has to go through fucking numerous medical trials.
The thing is,
up to human level, obviously, and then so that they know any possible side effects, all the positive effects, how it affects, what you're aiming to use it for, how it does it. Plus, at the same time, they're gathering on delivery method, because you can take the exact same strain, you can smoke it. Like traditionally, you can put it in a joint or you can put it in a spliff. You can combust it basically, and it will have a completely different effect to if you were to eat it.
Yeah.
And again, it can have a completely different effect if you vape it, because you combust it, you're burning off a lot of the terpenes. The terpenes are some of the ingredient, the constituents of cannabis that actually have the painkilling effect, as well as having the psychoactive effects. So if you're combusting it, you're burning off a lot of, if not most of, the terpenes. You're eating it. It takes a hell of a lot longer for it to break down, so you're getting a more steady release of it.
Yep.
So you're not getting it all in one go.
Which is why edibles are a lot better at times for people.
Vaping, you're getting everything. You're getting the terpenes, you're getting, but at the same time, what the medical tests are going to do as well is measure the amount that it takes for, to have a painkilling effect, so that they know the exact dosage that people should be using. Because as it stands right now, people are just going, oh, well, I can smoke a full joint in myself and I'm fine. That might be okay for you, but like on the whole, that's not how it affects everybody. Maybe a few draws will do, the normal person.
Yeah.
So that's what they need to figure out as well, is proper dosing.
Yeah. And Gary said about, it's going to take 6 months to a year for him to do. It will take more than that for the trial.
It's a long process.
Yeah,
it's a long process.
They'll be doing trials for years.
Yeah.
But the only way we're going to get anywhere, same as with vaping, is to have those trials. Do these trials on people.
Yeah.
Test, if you're going to bring in, for instance, cannabis in for, say, a schizophrenic or somebody with bipolar, is to get somebody who is schizophrenic. I would volunteer to go for one of those. I'd quite happily go on that. And I'll do that. And fine. And also, he's trying to change the view. Lisa said about it, how people view schizophrenia. Schizophrenia has been created into as soon as you say paranoid schizophrenic to most people, they instantly assume that you are a serial killer.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Nice.
I've never killed anyone. I've thought about it, I must admit.
But I do enjoy a hammer smash face.
Oh yeah.
Or a skull full of maggots.
Yeah.
It's amazing how, and that is, of course, all down to the media, how they've changed the viewpoint on schizophrenia, they've changed it on bipolar, all mental illnesses. You know, that anybody who has depression, well, depression's not serious.
Sorry, I was just reading Bill's comment there.
Yes, hang on, like Frosty.
Exactly, DW.
We need to get rid of that stereotyping of.
Yeah. That's
really,
what we're talking about with the cannabis as well, though, is
He's getting rid of that stigma.
Getting rid of stigma and stereotype, because it's time to take notice of the fucking stuff that's coming out of America and other countries now that have had it legal. It's working for a lot of things.
You think about, people say about cannabis like it's a new thing that people have been only just starting in the past few years.
Thousands of years. Thousands of years. It's mentioned in the fucking Bible.
Oh, they put it in comics too.
There's actually, I mean, I've heard some theories. You know, the manna that the Israelites survived on. Under 40 years in the desert, whatever it was in the Exodus, they survived on this stuff called manna. Manna are the gods.
I just went into Bob Marley.
There's a theory that was weed. But anyway,
what I was
going to say is, when Gary was saying about the 6 months it'll take for proper research as well, for clinical trials, it depends how it's done, because if we're going to do this, if the British government's going to do this, like from a day one perspective, like they're starting from scratch, they know fuck all about it. Yes, it's going to take a long time. There's in science, there's a method called the Bayesian method, which is taking all of the knowledge of the subject that's been known before and build from that. So that's the Bayesian method. Like, so if it depends on how the British government are going to go about it. If they're going to start from day one, start from scratch, we know fuck all about it. It's going to take forever. It's going to take years.
Yep.
However, if they take note of the data that's coming out of America and the other countries, that they've, their medical data, it might speed up the process, by a year or two.
Yeah.
So it just depends how they're going, how our government wants the medical trials done as well. But at least if they're going to take the other data into consideration, it might not take as long. But
it's the British government.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Half of who should smoke weed.
Half of them probably are.
Might improve the government.
Yeah.
I have no idea, Block. I have no idea. But they say it's the desert, but it's what is the desert now, but it might not necessarily have been a complete desert back then.
You're not telling me the image of Jesus Christ that everybody has in their head.
Yes, we don't need to go down that road. Yeah, we all know that one. Yeah. Let's just say whitewashing isn't just a modern term to describe Hollywood.
Nope. I prefer the Monty Python version anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's not the Messiah. He's a naughty boy.
Are you the Judean People's Front? Fuck off. We're the People's Front of Judea.
You can set Bill off now.
Oh, man. Well, where are the Judeans People's Front? Oh, he's sitting down there.
Reg, I want to be a girl and have babies.
Bless
they were so ahead of themselves with that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. At the same time, though, they had a point.
Yeah.
It was. They're right. Was Reg is right. Sorry, block. Didn't realise you were a follower. I hope you have your one shoe and your gourd. Your one sandal.
Block was there.
Bill was.
Yeah. I thought that. I always thought, no.
You want to be careful, you having thoughts.
I know.
Yeah, my head's getting up now.
Oh, it's a fucking classic film, though.
Yeah.
It is.
I'll have to get another watch. I've not watched it for a while.
You can't go wrong with Python. Anyone. Nah. Just anything Python. It's just gold.
Yeah. Even...
That was my favourite juniper bush.
Even Meaning of Life, still a fucking good film. Not up to the usual standard, but it were a fucking good film.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Creosote. It's a Wapperton mint.
Oh, go on. It's only Wapperton. Fuck off. I'm stuffed.
Gary, I agree with you.
Bit.
I agree with you. Only Fools and Horses and Porridge, both classic.
Yeah. Do you see they're doing a new episode of Only Fools and Horses?
Yes, I have read that, yep.
Anything with Ronnie Barker in.
Oh, Ronnie Barker. Fuck.
The greatest Porridge episode ever done was when it was... You had David Jason in it playing Blanco.
Yeah.
He was playing an 85-year-old bloke, and he was only about 20 at the time, but he played it fucking brilliantly.
Is that the one where the other bloke were getting out, and he told him where the...
Told him where it was on the bowling green.
Yeah, and it set a circle of fucking Leeds United.
I'm a big fan of Ronnie Barker. I think that man was a fucking genius.
Genius.
He was so funny.
Okay, yeah. Open all hours.
That's when comedy was proper comedy.
But the thing is, a lot of the bits, when you see it, it's like, it's pseudonyms of Ronnie Barker, the writer.
Yeah.
He wouldn't write in and say, I've done this. He put it in all
Gerald.
sorts of...
Oh, yeah, because a lot of stuff he wrote for Two Ronnies, he wrote under Gerald something or other.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did it for a lot of things. He did it for...
Because what he said, he didn't want it to get accepted just because he wrote it.
If it was Two Ronnies and...
Yeah.
Aye.
Not Art Open All Hours, he did it with that as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, what a show, man. What a show.
On
paper, you look at it and you're like, what's exciting about that? What's funny about it? On paper, but then you see it and it's like, brilliant.
That's the point, though. When you watch, you could say the same with Porridge.
Nurse Gladys Emmanuel.
Yep. I don't, Bill. For God's sake, you're going to set Bill up. That's it. Oh, fuck. Why have I never thought of this before?
There you go. Now we know the reason.
Bill is upright.
Yeah.
That's it. Your name's getting changed, Bill.
That's how it all started.
Yeah.
You've got to do a stutter, but that's it. It's sorted.
Oh, wow. Still exists.
Yeah, it's an hairdresser's these days.
Fucking hell.
That had some characters in it, though. But why? I mean, Yorkshire actors and actresses who were phenomenal.
Mm.
Derek and Clive. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's going back some years, that is, Block. But I agree. Funny. Seriously funny.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking Morecambe and Wise.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, the one sketch
Never, I don't know.
with no words in at all, the stripper sketch.
Or the breakfast scene.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Fucking awesome, that sketch.
Yeah.
Time.
That Andre preview.
Oh, man.
I'm playing all the right notes,
Not
not
necessarily.
necessarily in the right order. I'll give you that, son.
Yep. Oh, man. God rest them.
You're never going to get people like that. You're going to get that level of comedy either.
Nah.
Well, I was just going to say the last kind of comedy that I can think of that had that kind of level and caliber for me was Still Game.
Still Game I like. I really do, because it's that sort of typical Scottish attitude.
Yeah.
That's one I
And
never
they
watched.
get away with it. I think they
You
get
never
away with
watched
it
it?
because
Yeah, I never watched it.
honestly, watch it. I think the reason they get away with half of the stuff they say as well. I mean, they don't really say anything too nasty as well. But I mean, it's implied. But I mean, I think what Naveed, the shopkeeper, is such a stereotype. It's unreal. He is Apu from The Simpsons. But the reason they get away with that stereotype is because it's about four or five old guys from a certain era when, you couldn't get away with talking like that. That's just the way they were brought up. So because it's about them, you still got all the old stereotypes in the comedy. So it's allowed, but it's just, honestly, Lee, you need to watch it, man.
There's some
I would recommend, though, is watch the stage show first.
Yeah.
It is literally just the two of them for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And it all takes place in one room, in the living room of the flat. It's genius, man.
Cool.
4 lions. Rubberding your rapids.
Yes.
Rubberding your rapids.
No, I don't know that one either. Bill Sadir, Tail and Pace.
Yeah.
Yorkshire Airlines.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody that hasn't seen Still Game needs to watch it. It's just genius, man. And the thing is,
I've heard a lot of people mention it.
When they started doing the show, they were all young guys.
Yeah.
But see what you were saying about convinced Ronnie Barker convincing you as an old guy. These guys do it to the same degree. Like you'd be convinced. You'd be convinced that they are genuinely in their 60s at least when this is filmed. And they were all in their 30s, mid-30s.
It's like the pub as well. Anybody who's ever been to like Glasgow or round Glasgow and been to one of the estate pubs.
Yep.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah. There's like if you can watch like outtakes and deleted scenes as well on YouTube, and there's a deleted scene, or it was one of the sketches that was used because it started off as a stage show, and then they get signed up to the BBC to do a sketch show. So they started Chewing the Fat, which was just a whole kind of Monty Python fast show type kind of thing. Just
I think I remember that Chewing the Fat. Yeah,
loads of quick, snappy sketches. You know what I mean? And they had the odd Still Game characters sketch in there as well. But there's one, and it's like they're all sitting round a piano. They're singing all the old war tunes, but they're like dodgy as hell. It's a bit like Mrs. Such and Such going up the close and getting fucking fingered by the postman and all that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But they're singing about it around the piano where it's nothing.
Oh, you know like that. Oh, have you ever seen any of these videos on YouTube? Rude Guy, it's called.
No.
Oh,
Seen him.
he takes it's mainly children's programs, and then he overdubs them with adult themes, shall we say?
Right.
Oh, he's done loads like fucking Postman Pat and
I was going to say, is that the same guy that started the Postman Pat sketches?
that's him. Yeah,
Right,
that's him.
Right. Morning, Pat. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yep. Oh, for fuck's sake, Jess.
That's him. Yeah. Oh, he's done all sorts. Fucking. He did one a couple of years back, and he overdubbed Bodie and Doyle Professionals.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
The Magic Roundabout, I've seen that one as well. Yep.
Yeah.
That is good.
I'm sorry, but Magic Roundabout is one of my favourite all-time things to watch. Yeah.
And if he weren't smacked off his tits, the original dude. Nah.
Here's
were
one for you.
actually-
Has anybody ever heard Jasper Carrot doing the Magic Roundabout song?
No.
Oh my God.
They were talking about redoing it for a while, and I think Nigel Planer was actually involved at one point.
They did.
He did voice it, didn't he? He voiced
He did, yeah.
Ermintrude.
I think he voiced most of it actually.
Right. But they were talking about like doing a big screen version and having a TV show again and shit. But
yeah, I think it was sort of late 90s when he did it.
right.
You're distantly related to Jasper Carrot. What are you? Turnip?
What, you ginger?
No, I think Jasper Carrot is a fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
Loads of
I
them.
don't
Loads of
know how
comedians
much
back
of
then.
it.
Loads of them back then. Les Dawson.
Oh,
Yeah.
Les Dawson, yeah.
I mean,
Funky
just he didn't even need to talk half the time. He just looked at the
No,
camera and
yeah.
he was funny.
When he got into his gurning.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sissy and Ada sketches.
Yep.
That's just how northern women are.
And the piano performances,
Oh, yeah.
like hitting the doff note occasionally, and it was just how he done it though. It was, I don't know how he done it. It was just genius.
He's a classical piano player.
Well, I had to have been, but
Yeah.
it was just
It's
to
like,
make it sound right somehow as well being that bad. That takes talent.
Oh no, Bill's doing the jokes about insurance claims.
Yeah,
Oh,
I drove into a driveway that wasn't in my house, that the tree wasn't there. I didn't.
I swerved and ran over the same gentleman that I ran over last week.
Last week. Oh, them insurance claims.
so many good comedians.
I wonder what happened to him, because I mean, up to the early 90s, I mean, he was really big. He did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's a documentary on YouTube about it, and he had a massive fucking heart attack, didn't he? I mean, really serious.
I had to. I think
Nearly killed him.
That's probably why he had to step away.
There's one other. Duncan Norville. He's had 2 or 3 massive heart attacks, and he's in a right state these days.
Yeah.
He's not in a good way.
Is that just your insurance claim, Bill, or is that one of Jasper Carrot's?
Dave Allen, there's another fucking genius as well. Ricky Fulton.
Bill Hicks.
Christ. Bill Hicks, and of course Billy Connolly.
Yeah, Billy Connolly.
Who's not a comedian. That guy is just a philosopher.
Billy Connolly is the greatest comedy storyteller.
Yep.
because he's that man who can be talking about that one subject, go up to a point, and then go on completely off and
then come back to that original story.
Yeah, laugh at himself for being so distracted and then go right back into it like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, because there's one he done, it's one of the first ones he done after he shaved beard that off for the first time.
Yeah.
And he went away off in a tangent for about like 20 fucking minutes after starting this joke, and then he kind of pauses and then kind of goes, so anyway, there we were, and it's straight back in like nothing had happened. And you're like, brilliant, fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but he goes back to the point where he fucking left it as well, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why he was always fucking Michael Parkinson's favourite person ever. He not just comedian, he was his favourite person because he was just. It takes a lot of intelligence and a lot of fucking insight to be that observational.
And I use a bum to park my bike.
Oh, yep. The story about lucky Uncle Albert with the pocket watch. Oh, this saved me for so many times, and aye. There they are in the trenches.
Yeah, DW. Somebody checking is also Bill.
Siren goes, they all jump over the fucking top of the trench. Yeah. Rifleman, German rifleman shoots, hits the pocket watch, goes straight up his nose, dead.
I think Roy Chubby Brown is definitely he can be funny.
Yeah, he's not my favourite comedian.
But he wasn't trying too hard. He could be.
There was a couple of things he did which I didn't agree with that he came out with. That I thought took the whole kind of thing a little bit.
It's going back to what we said in previous streams. Just because he's not our favourite comedian, don't mean other people don't find him funny. You shouldn't go and see him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you want to go, and I have been and seen him live. And he is funny, but he did. There was a joke he did when they had the Bradford fire, which was, "Oh, yeah, you had a good barbecue here the other night." Which I was like, "Whoa."
See, Frankie Boyle's very like him in that respect.
It's kind of one of those. When you think about it, is it funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Or are you just being that sensational just for the sake of being sensational?
But I don't know. It was definitely too soon, that one, when he did it.
Exactly, DW. Different taste for everybody. Everybody's got different taste. Yep. And I was just about to say that, Bill. When he stopped doing mother-in-law jokes, it were all mother-in-laws that complained.
That's right, yeah.
Especially his own.
Yep.
I find nothing wrong with what Chubbs does as jokes. I just think sometimes his jokes are a bit maybe badly timed.
Yeah.
And I think when he did that Bradford fire joke, I think it was only about 2 weeks after they'd had the fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, a bit too soon. That's a bit too soon.
It's like that clip you sent us earlier. Jim Davidson, I still find him funny. He's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah, I love Jim Davidson. I always have. Especially when he does his military shows for the army. He just don't give a fuck. He don't care. And that's just the way those lads are.
Yeah.
Jimmy James is another one. Old London comic.
Yeah. Jethro.
It's not a good time to be a comedian. That's why there's so many of them dropping out of the game.
Yeah.
Doing different things now because it's just, it's shark infested water now. You know, if you're up on stage and you're talking about certain things and somebody takes offence, you know, that's it. The whole fucking tour's shut, isn't it? Just because one person took offence.
Just because somebody takes offence, why should you put a whole show?
Exactly. Shouldn't. But, you know, apparently society's views now demand it.
And now we're bordering on this thing that you won't be able to say jokes in your house.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody's in your house.
It's the thought police, isn't it? It's the thought police.
Yeah. Well, like we said earlier, it's already happening up north of the border.
Yeah.
Well,
I cannot believe
that might have had, although it was negatively portrayed, it might have it still has a point to prove, that whole thing, because she got away with that.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling got away with that.
Yeah.
Oh, she should.
Yeah, because it's a point of view. Why should you be prosecuted for a point of view? If you're telling other people this is the way you should think, fair enough. She wasn't doing that though.
No,
that was her own opinion.
This is my opinion.
It was her own opinion on a social media account. Just because she's a famous person, people were up in arms. They wouldn't have given a fuck if it was Joe Blogger in the corner that said that.
No.
Of course they would. It comes back to an English or a Scottish white person, well, pale blue, or you see, you're not going to be able to do jokes like that, are you? You can't do that, even though the person who came out with that joke first was Billy Connolly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but the issue I have is an English or an Irish, Scottish, whatever person cannot say a joke like that about another white person. But Muslim or darker skinned people can about white people.
Yeah. Well,
that's where the world
I don't know if you've seen the story or read the story. There was a lady, I don't know which town in Scotland it was, 74-year-old got arrested under the new hate crime law,
right?
Because of an argument with the next door neighbour.
So
and apparently it's been going on for a year or two, these disagreements. And the next door neighbour was doing something in the garden and cutting her rose bush down, blah, blah, blah. And this next door neighbour reported her. The police come and took her away.
Okay.
And then once the interview, they said, "Oh, we'll just do you under Section 38.
The thing is, you've given that person, it's a dispute over whatever, a fucking rose bush or garden, whatever. You've now given that person power.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say the word that this neighbour reportedly said what she said, but yeah, she just called her a certain term. I'm not going to say it on here, but there's a Scottish-based YouTuber that's done a couple of videos on this, and he's actually interviewed a 74-year-old lady that was arrested. And yeah.
Stupid.
The thing is, it's like the whole pronouns, nouns, and all of that. You can't say he, she. It's got to be all of that bollocks. Sorry, it comes back to fact. There are men, there are women, there are hermaphrodites, very rarely. And there are idiots, and the idiots all seem to be in power running the country. But just stop with all the pronoun shit. Nobody understands it, including the people who are trying to use it.
Well, it's like what we've said before. Anybody that's genuinely transsexual and got body dysmorphia, not a fucking problem.
Thank you, Lisa. That's the one. Pronouns don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
it's the
I mean,
ones
in the
that
same token,
just
if
dress
you,
up and say, "Oh, I'm now trans." Well, have you actually got body dysmorphia? Have you seen your doctor about it, or are you just a cross dresser?
We know there are
Well,
people.
And it's fine just to call yourself a cross dresser. That's
I'm
fine.
not being funny.
I
I
would,
have
but
no
I'm
problem
not.
with how people
No.
want to live their own
Well,
lives.
not
You'll
often.
No
get very
problem.
angry getting dressed.
I have no problem with how people want to live their own lives.
No.
As soon as it starts affecting, starts affecting the whole of society,
Yeah.
it's gone too far.
Yeah.
It's gone too far.
Oh, George
You're
Carlin.
talking-
George
I
Carlin.
said
bro.
this, like, I think I've said this in a previous one. I know and I understand what these people are after. I get it. You know, they want change. They want to be recognised for how they want to be recognised. Good on you. But you can't expect to change something overnight or within so many years. Something that has been established for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years. It's not going to happen that quick.
Have you noticed though that as much as there
So
are
don't get so
genuine,
fucking angry about it when it doesn't.
there's so many genuine cases out there of people, male or female,
Yeah.
who do have body dysmorphia. We know that. That's on a personal level. We know that.
Yeah.
But they're not the ones preaching this.
No, exactly.
They're
The
not
ones
the
that
ones
are
preaching
genuine
it.
just want to get on with whatever surgery they want and just want to blend into society.
I'm not being funny. On a night, we had him in here last week, actually. I can think of somebody who used to do the whole drag queen thing. Another reviewer on YouTube.
We're talking about Milligan.
Oh, no, that's a week thing with Bill.
Oh, that's just a weekend thing.
But, you know, Chris used to do that. When he came out with it, I remember it was one of the first nights he'd actually done it. He came out with it to us lot, and he went, I don't know how you're going to take this. And he went, oh, I'm interested. And I was stuttering and muttering. I went, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what, you're not bothered? I went, no, not really. The beard's a bit off-putting for me, to be honest, Chris, but, you know. If that's what you want to do, that's what floats your boat. That's great.
Exactly.
Go for it.
I mean, what anybody wants to do behind closed doors with consenting adults, if it's legal, what the fuck does it matter?
Exactly.
Well, of
Seen
course
them
they
live.
did, Gary. How else
Saw
were
them
they going to
live,
do
Gary.
Can?
I'll bust a blood vessel.
Yeah.
He actually flew in for the fucking gig. Like
Yep.
the band were already playing and he's flying in the helicopter ready to take the stage. It was nuts, man. And then they flew off again as if he was like, having a big heart attack. He faked a heart attack at the end of the gig. Get taken away in the paramedic helicopter. Fucking brilliant, man.
And the time when Ozzy put one of Sharon's dresses on because she took all his clothes away.
That's right, yeah. He went to an off license. He went to an off license in her dress because she'd taken all his clothes away because she knew he was going to go and get absolutely hammered.
I've worked it out. I know what we need to do. We need to set up like a metal community committee against the transgender community. And we need to do what happened back in the 90s. So we need Dee Schneider back because we all know that Dee is very good at turning words against certain people. I watched that again the other day and it was still as funny as ever.
Yeah. Oh, that speech that he did to Congress, fucking awesome.
That man, whether you like Dee Schneider as for his music or whatever, that's one thing. But what he did at that committee hearing was fucking epic.
Yeah. Oh dear. She was looking for sadomasochism and she found it. Well, there we go with Von Block's fetish. He likes to get a big blonde curly wig.
The stage shows of Bottom, Ade Edmondson, and Rick Mail are without a doubt one of the greatest things on the planet. If purely for the fact that it's just the fact that if you're having a shit day, watching that is great. It's just pointless violence.
Yeah.
Not wrong with a bit of pointless violence every now and again.
And those two, bless them, even though Rick Mail's no longer with us.
Yeah.
That's a loss, that was.
I don't know.
Michael A. Edmondson does a lot of good music, you know. He does a lot of folk music. The Bad Shepherds.
It's good. He's starting to finally get recognised as a really great actor as well.
Yep.
He's getting some really good roles now.
He is a good actor.
Exactly,
We
Bill.
talked about this before. Most
black and white
comedians are.
stick, you knew which albums to look out for.
I mean, we talked about this before. Most comedians are great actors. They have to
Exactly.
be because most of them are fucked up in the head.
Yep.
The Bad Shepherds doing like covers of The Clash, and he's brilliant. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Gary. Just trying to think. I think it's Friday night. It's out.
See, they're doing another series or two of Red Dwarf as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one because they're all getting.
I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. I don't care. I'll watch it anyway.
I mean, I still love. Don't get me wrong. I love Red Dwarf. I think that's.
Yep.
I mean, okay, the last series wasn't great, but I mean, it was still Red Dwarf.
Yes,
they're all dead. They're all dead.
The Bad Shepherds did a cover of Ace of Spades. And considering they're all playing it on like proper folk music instruments, it's fucking phenomenal. It's brilliant.
Oh, it's like that. Oh, that bluegrass band hit AC/DC.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome there. I don't have the US pressing of Raining Blood, but I have got the picture disc version. Now I can play it again. Now I've got a gramophone.
A gramophone. All you need now is the Jack Russell to sit in front of it.
Yep. We've got him in a few weeks, I think.
You can't get rent in a fucking Jack Russell just so you can play your records.
Why not? We don't rent it, we get fucking paid for that shit.
Hey, I'll tell you what. No, we won't go down that one, Lisa. No, it did.
Yeah. Steven Seagulls. I know Steven Seagal.
Mr. Stinky Poncho. I still remember my mate Bill. He works for he's manager at Guitar in Glasgow, but he's their luthier.
Yeah.
And so whenever anybody was playing a gig in Glasgow, they'd come in and get their guitar set up, get Bill to do it. Of course, Steven Seagal was playing. Bill says, I heard the fucking front door opening, and he says, and I smelt him before I fucking seen him. He says he was honking. He says all you could smell was BO and fucking stale feces. He says, and it was all coming from the poncho.
Oh, we went to see Napalm Death a few years back. And one of the support bands were Lock Up, Shane Embry's other band. And I can't remember his name, but the guy that used to be the lead vocalist for Brutal Truth had joined them. Anyway, they'd done their set and he'd fucking come off stage and Jesus Christ. I was saying you could just fucking smell him from 15 feet away. Oh, Jesus, man.
Not Lee Dorian, was it?
No.
No, he was
Kevin Sharp.
Right.
Anki, how you doing, buddy?
Right,
you well?
I was never sure about Lock Up as a band. Wasn't a big fan of them, to be honest.
Never heard them.
Yeah.
I think they were good that night. Yeah.
I think it could be my own fault, though, because whenever I see Shane playing, I always expect it to sound, Napalm Death is that.
Yeah.
But he has got to be one of the hardest working guys, that Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me, he's a machine.
Yeah. Even to this day, Jesus. It's
I know.
Well, personally,
he thought he was God's gift as well.
I would cover Steven Seagal in links and then send him a Zippo lighter.
Yeah.
I just don't like the guy. I think he's a dick.
Yeah.
He's so arrogant.
Yep.
So fucking arrogant.
Yep.
And Shane, Napalm are constantly touring.
Yeah.
He does Brigera every now and again.
Yeah.
Lock Up.
He's got another band on the go as well, hasn't he?
And then, although they've not done this project for a while, he does Me Tuxedo as well.
That's it.
That first album was good. I never got second one.
I must get collecting me the rest of my Napalm Death collection because I ain't got it all yet. I want all the Napalm Death.
I was always proud of my Mass Appeal Madness Collector's Edition.
Mm.
That EP.
I think Napalm Death is a bit extreme for some people.
It was, but I mean, they were basically punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they started. Started as a hardcore punk band. But the two genres kind of go hand in hand, really.
Yep.
What was this whole thing of metal and punk can't be one? Well, Lemmy seemed to think different. Lemmy thought differently.
Exactly. You wouldn't have Motorhead, you wouldn't have Slayer, you wouldn't have Anthrax, Napalm Death.
Yep.
And then all the bands that they inspired, you wouldn't have them either.
It's a massive list.
Yep.
And there's some fucking good music coming out of that.
Yeah. You just look at the number of bands that were influenced by Motorhead.
Yeah. Including Metallica. Love them or hate them.
Good evening, Kermit.
Kermit.
Cheers, Anki. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, Lemmy would play pretty much anything.
Yeah. That was when he did a few shows with the Damned.
Oh, I want that album. Do you know how rare that is to find now? It's not been. That's the one album that's not been re-released.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't. You've got it, haven't you?
No, unfortunately, no.
I'm getting.
I loved how he paused there as if I may have.
If he's got it in his collection, that house is getting broken into.
That's probably why he hesitated. He's probably thinking, don't want to tell him that I actually do have it here.
He'll know it's me because I'll be in the kitchen. What are you doing? Oh, well, I'm in this, but I'm making the coffee first. So just 1 minute.
Oh. I do have one of the Headcat albums. I can't remember which one, but I've got one of them.
Yeah, I really like the Headcat stuff because it was
just pure rock and roll,
old school rock and roll. Just enjoying it. Oh, blocks running out of coffee.
Oh, that's never a good thing.
If you actually look, Gary, go back through what music Lemmy has played over the years, you'd be surprised by some of the stuff that Lemmy played.
Yeah.
Go back to like the Rockin' Vickers and some of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, Hawkwind.
Hawkwind, yeah.
That's a good point. I haven't seen Hawkwind tonight.
No, I've not seen him in yet.
I don't think it was around the last one either. I think you mentioned it.
Actually, no, I don't remember seeing him in the last one either. Benji might be away.
Yeah. So,
hold on, Gary. Matt breaking in, climbing through a window. No. No. We're not doing
maybe
that.
It would maybe be a ram raid, Gary.
Yeah, more of a ram raid. Knowing my luck, he would open the door.
I've got one way of stopping him anyway. I'll just kick his good knee anyway. That'll stop him.
I could just imagine it. Lisa see me coming like through the spy hole. 1, 2.
Yeah, open the front door and the back door. You just go wheel yourself right through the fucking house. Change of subject. Anybody see Fallout yet?
Yes.
Nope.
Beautiful.
I'm
Beautiful.
quite enjoying Fallout.
Even if you're not a fan, if you never played the games, this is a show you have to watch. You have to. If you like, Mad Max and, Death Race 2000 and that kind of shit, Evil Dead, it's got that kind of level of violence. But at the same time, it's got a fantastic story.
Mad Max.
But it's also got a good amount of comedy in it as well. And it's
I was so
brilliant, man.
So pleased to see him in it. Was
Carmageddon. Used to love that game.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins, man.
Oh my God, that man is such a fucking good actor.
He is.
Van Damme.
Anything that I've seen him in, Justified, Predators. He was in. Was it Sons of Anarchy as well?
Yeah. Venus Van Damme.
Yep.
Well, he played the trans woman in it, didn't he?
Yeah, Venus.
Mm-hmm. And he was so convincing; it was ridiculous, man.
Brilliant.
Ridiculously good.
And he played one of the coppers in not House of a Thousand Corpses, the follow-up.
Oh shit! Yeah, he did. Where he got shot in the back garden.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh fuck's sake!
Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects, where he gets shot by the father.
Yep.
It's the father.
Yeah, I've seen the new Roadhouse as well, and I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah, we saw the trailer and it was like, nah.
If you've seen the trailer, you've seen pretty much the gist of it.
And I'm sorry, but
there's no story. There's no story. It's literally just one fight to another fight.
Jake Gyllenhaal could have played the part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's literally just one fight to another fight to another fight to another fight for about an hour till the story writers went, shit, we forgot about the story. Right, throw this in at the last minute. Okay, this is the whole point of the movie now. It's bad.
You've got no characters, like you've not got the Sam Elliott character.
No.
No.
Garrett.
I actually thought, see, the Indian guy, sorry, you can't call him Indian, Native American guy, I actually thought he was going to be the Sam Elliott character.
Right.
No, he's just some dude.
Because I don't care what anyone says, that the Wade Garrett character, when he walks through the bar and walks out the back when they're having a fight, that is like the coolest motherfucker on the planet.
Sam Elliott is the coolest motherfucker on the planet, though.
He just walks through and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, like kid. Yeah.
I mean,
the original
matter what
would
he's in, he steals the show. Yeah, the original was fantastic, man.
And the rest of the acting in the new one was phenomenally bad.
Yeah. Enough said about, we're not going to mention Mr. McGregor. I think that's as much as I'm going to acknowledge the performance. He was in it.
I will go as far to say this. For me, even with being in Ireland, I will say this about McGregor. My thoughts have not changed on McGregor to what I said before, that he is an arrogant little bastard.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
That's why
Sorry.
he played. Yes, he played that part well. But that's because he is like that. He is an arsehole.
Jeff Healy was just class anyway.
Jeff Healy.
Yeah.
What a man. What a guitarist. Fuck me, that man was gold. But yeah, Conor McGregor, he actually makes Ireland look bad.
Yeah.
In my opinion. He makes it look bad. People must look at that and who don't really know anyone else in Ireland and think that
they're all thugs.
Everybody else is the same as is an arrogant person like that, and
on the verge of murdering someone.
Yeah.
And I sounded so Glaswegian when I just said that there.
You did a bit.
Apologies.
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 Murder.
For murdering someday. Purple burglar alarm. There.
That's convinced us he's not Scottish now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that, Gary. I'll give you that. It kind of will give it a go. But the issue I have is I understand fighters have to have a certain level of arrogance and, the showing off and all of that, going back to the days of Mike Tyson when he was younger, and they all
Muhammad Ali.
That front they put on and all of that.
Yep.
But
they had a surety about themselves, though. They were sure of themselves. You don't get that from Conor McGregor. You get the impression it's fake and put on.
Yeah.
It's not that he's that confident. You get the impression that it is just a front.
Like Henry Rollins has said, he'll give anything a go, but at least he puts some effort into it.
Now, there's a man I have respect for.
Yeah.
Because when he says something about having a go at doing something or, whatever, he's 110%.
Mm.
And he's quite happily on his stage shows and stuff when he does that. And if you ever get the chance, guys, watch him. Because some of the talks he does and the shows he does.
I've seen
we went to see him a few years back, and that would have been a good show.
Love to have seen that.
Clever guy. But I heard that him and Greg, I always forget his name, Greg something. He's
Mm-hmm.
a professor, but he's also the singer of Bad Religion. Him and Henry Rollins were supposedly doing a show together. That's something I would love to see.
That would be good. That
it's the way that
not
Henry
music,
Rollins,
just
spoken word stuff.
Word.
He can talk about anything,
absolutely any subject.
He'll have his opinion about it, and you'll have your opinion. Yeah, you might not agree, but at the end of it, he'll just go, "Okay, cool."
Yeah. Cool.
There's none of that bullshit. None. Brilliant guy.
Yeah. And I noticed somebody mentioned Carmageddon, but another TV show, another game that's been turned into a TV show.
Yes.
Stay away from it. Is Twisted Metal. Do not watch.
I like
Oh.
it.
Holy shit, it's awful, man.
It's awful, but there is a couple of characters in it that if they do it right.
Sweet Tooth was good. Sweet Tooth was
Sweet
well
Tooth.
done. He was mental.
It was just the whole like bizarre, twisted, maniacal serial killer attitude.
Yeah, the
He
need to be loved.
was great.
That was just nuts, man.
But the guy, the guy who drove the car, the black guy, not because he's
Anthony
black.
Mackie.
Before anybody
His
said
character
that,
was just he was annoying.
yeah. There's so many better actors you could have got for that part.
This is the thing. He's actually a bloody good actor. Because I mean, he's Falcon in Marvel. He's now the new Captain America.
That's right.
And not just that. I mean, he's I've seen him in other stuff, and he's fantastic. He done a movie with Jamie Dornan, a sci-fi movie, but it was a weird one. It was a bit too EMTs, paramedics. And it's kind of set slightly in the future, but he's fantastic in it as well. But I don't know. It was just the writing. I felt like they were trying to make it too much like an old 70s show.
Yeah.
And it just dated itself too much right away. And the cheesy one-liners were just embarrassing.
Bill, calm down.
There's probably a few in London.
Are you going to call this company Soylent Green by any chance?
Yeah, I'm a second on a vegan. I eat cow.
If you're looking to turn that into a business, though, Bill, you're going to need a few more bodies. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
put me in a bad mood. I'll supply.
Just take your meds away from you.
Yeah, take my meds off me. There'll be plenty of bodies. We'll make a fortune out of this, Bill.
The Gentleman, it were okay. It weren't brilliant.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was a bit slow to start.
Yeah, it was slow in places.
There
It was a bit slow to start, but like Guy Ritchie's other stuff, there is quite a slow start, but then when shit goes down, it's just mental from there on. But, it was enjoyable. And in fact, it's a very good portrayal of the current fucking cannabis market.
I'll tell you what I am
Because
watching.
they are just a bunch of cowboys.
Yep.
Yeah. He's King of Tulsa.
Never seen it.
Yeah, Sly Stallone, gangster character.
Right.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a typical Stallone part, but
Yeah.
he's not, let's be honest, Sly Stallone's not the greatest actor in the world, bless him.
He's rather limited.
But
And the thing is, he got an Oscar. He's got a fucking Oscar as well for Rocky.
Yeah, full credit to him for doing the Rocky films, considering what he went through to get them.
Yeah. Tell you a bloody good movie though, and it's got one of the most disturbing scenes I've ever seen in a movie. Bone Tomahawk.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Kurt Russell.
that's it. Yeah,
No,
that
no.
was
Old Western, but it's holy fuck, man, it is brutal.
yeah.
No, and that's the thing. It's not brutal all the way through. It's one of these. I don't want to ruin it, but it's one of these movies. It'll catch you by surprise.
It's
Yeah,
worth
That's
watching.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It'll catch you by surprise.
I would
It's,
definitely
I'll
watch
look out for that then.
fantastic. An old, just proper Western
Yeah.
characters. I mean, there's only like 4 characters.
Yeah.
4 or 5 characters in the whole movie. But you've got the main 3 characters, Kurt Russell and oh shit, who was the support actors again? Can't remember, but you'll recognise them from other movies. Great actors. Just totally hamming it up as old fucking pioneer types. And then it just goes fucking mental. Absolutely mental all of a sudden.
No. No, I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah. Bloody good.
And Kurt Russell is a good actor, though.
Yeah. it will.
He is. Very underrated.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in one of the shows I just finished not that long ago. He's in. It's a spin-off of the Godzilla, the new Godzilla franchise, Monarch. He's in it, and he's actually really good. Really good.
It's weird because he went from the Disney actor and then all of a sudden he's in The Thing.
Yep. The Thing and Escape from New York.
Yeah. Fucking 2 classic films.
Oh, yeah, man. Both John Carpenter's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bone Tomahawk.
Escape from New York, one of the greatest theme tunes ever written as well.
It wasn't that great a film, though. Bone Tomahawk. What it made in the movies, was it?
No, it didn't do well. Didn't do well, but I think it's done well on DVD, Blu-ray and whatnot. But
Yeah.
all I know is I watched it and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, this is."
yeah, I was the same because I mean I used to hate horror, but I've kind of got into it in the past 10 years or so. And my uncle knows I like that kind of. I like a wee western every now and then.
Yep. Same.
And he knew I liked a bit of horror, so he was like, watch this, you'll enjoy this. Holy fuck, brilliant. The Van with Colm Meaney. I used to call him Colm, but it's Colm Meaney. Fucking brilliant. That's another fantastic actor that doesn't get enough credit.
He's another actor who's extremely good.
No name.
He'll forever be Miles O'Brien from Deep Space Nine to me, and Star Trek Next Generation, of course.
He's been in a lot of.
He's done a lot of really good movies.
Film, he'll usually be playing like a gangstery. Mm-hmm. Quite often he plays gangstery parts.
Or the dad.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think he was he was in Commitments, was he not? He was a dad. He was one of the dads in it as well.
He's got family, lives in near Limerick. The only reason I know that is that Alana's dad drinks at a pub in Limerick, and he's been in there drinking with him.
Wow.
Oh, Exorcist. You've got to watch Exorcist, Gabby.
I watched that again recently.
And the best bit was, Tony didn't even realise who he was.
For fuck's sake. Well, you wouldn't, because, I mean, by all accounts, I've seen him getting interviewed, and he's just a normal dude.
Yeah, he just stood there.
He's not up himself or anything.
You know, he wasn't, I'm an actor. He just like rolled in with a couple of mates and went for a pint.
Yep. Oh, The Exorcist. I watched the longer cut recently, and brilliant, man. I also watched the new one, the sequel.
Yeah, new ones are good.
The the very recent one that was done by, I think it was Blumhouse.
We've not seen
not bad. It's not
we've
bad.
not seen the last one, but we saw the one before that.
Is it Believer? I think it's called.
Something like that, yeah.
It's not bad. It's still nothing.
Yeah, it's still not a Patch Hunt original.
No. I mean, without ruining it, it's in the trailers anyway. But Reagan's mum's in it, so it's a nice wee. Does have a nice wee continuation, but still not enough about. I want to see more about the demon. But they seem to be too wrapped up in the characters and the people that the demon takes over.
Yeah,
I want to know more about the demon. That's why the Heretic, although it's a shit movie, it's still actually one of the better stories for me because it's more about the demon itself.
Yeah, and The Nun, they were good films.
Yep. First Grave Encounter is a great fucking horror movie as well.
Oh, Bob Hoskins, yeah, another good actor.
Yeah, God rest him.
Long Good Friday. God, I've not seen that for years.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to know about The Exorcist and the demon, which was Pazu.
Yep, Pazuzu. Yep. Which is also rumoured to be what this new demon that's going around Zozo is.
I can get my big book of Demons for Dummies out.
Yeah. Goes back to Sumer.
It's quite interesting if you read about some of the demons.
Yep.
Because
not technically a demon as well. I mean, demonized by the Bible and the church, but it was actually a fertility god and a vengeful god. You could ask him to do a favor for you. So, yeah,
that's old Plexus for you.
I wasn't sure about the Annabelle film.
Yeah. It had its moments, but overall.
That's another one I watched recently, the new Conjuring, I think it was, The Red Door.
Yeah.
Not seen the new one. I think we've seen...
Not bad.
I think we've seen...
Not great.
We've seen the first two, I think.
It's like what you were saying about The Exorcist. It's never going to be a patch in the first one.
Yeah.
You know, so the Conjuring's pretty much the same because it's just the same tropes. And God Almighty, do not watch the Aquaman, whatever you do, or Madam Web. Oh my God! Don't watch them. I want that time back, please.
I mean,
absolutely awful, man.
No, I better not. I better not just say what the worst horror films ever made were.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I didn't find that bad. I've got that anyway. No, I think one of the most horrific films I've ever seen, and very few people have ever watched the entire film, was a Serbian film.
Oh God.
Have you ever watched it?
No.
It's one of the weirdest films. It was made by a Serbian guy, and it's about an ex-porn star. And they kidnap him and get him to make a porn film. And as you go through the film, it gets more and more degrading and
Serbian film.
Very, very strange. By the end of it, I'm not going to say one bit because it might trigger people, but by the end of it, he cuts his own dick off.
Yeah, don't they get him to make a load of snuff type films?
A snuff young type film.
Yeah.
That's
I've heard about it, but I've never watched it.
Yeah. I went through a stage at one point of having to go and watch, like, to see what was the worst horror films you could find.
Oh,
Fuck
God,
me,
man.
there's some bad shit out there.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
hell, yeah.
One from mine and Lee's past, Driller Killers.
Oh, Driller Killer, yeah.
Oh,
Brain Dead.
Great. That was great. That was.
Brain Dead as well. That was a fucking fantastic one.
Yeah.
I kick ass for the Lord.
This is where we need Mike, because Mike's another big horror fan like this.
Yeah.
Oh, Faces of Death. Fuck.
Get the new series of Salem's Lot coming soon as well, which I'm looking forward to, because Stephen King's involved.
Cool.
He's actually on board.
Hopefully it'll be better than the film they did of...
the remake. Yeah.
I didn't see the remake, but first one was good. The original.
Oh, the original Pet Cemetery with...
Pet Cemetery, yeah.
The tall bloke was in...
Fred Gwynn.
Yeah, Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn, Mr. Herman Munster himself.
Oh, he was fucking brilliant in that. I mean, he really was. He was so warped and...
But warm.
Yeah.
He was a nice character as well, but...
He was like your
troubled.
granddad type sort of figure, and then he
troubled.
really wasn't. He was
a nice guy, but you could tell he'd seen some shit.
Yeah.
He played that part so fucking well, man.
Hell of an actor. Hell of an actor.
That was one of his last parts and all that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
He wasn't that old when he died, was he?
John Lithgow. John Lithgow that played his part in the remake.
That's right.
He was who was actually really good.
It was the rest of it, wasn't it?
It was just it was the rest of the story get a bit convoluted. And...
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a film, a John Lithgow part that I've ever thought, he was shit.
No, maybe the rest of the movie was shit, but he's never been shit.
He's been in some films that you just look at and think...
on TV series.
I mean, remember one of the best roles he ever played was in Raising Cain. That was fucking mental.
Yeah. He's a very talented guy. Really talented. Especially playing disturbing characters.
Yeah.
Like in Raising Cain. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was, yeah.
Yeah. It was in another one, not a great movie by any means, but he was in it and was actually fantastic. In the role was I think it was the first of the new Planet of the Apes ones. Not the Mark Wahlberg one, but the new ones.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of the scientists whose son was also a scientist working with the chimps.
Yeah.
To try and develop a dementia cure for his dad, played by John Lithgow. So he was suffering from vascular dementia, and he played the role so fucking beautifully, man.
Linda Blair, you thinking of Gary?
Yeah, Linda Blair.
Yeah, she weren't right head for years, and then she did some fucking terrible fucking Z movie.
She was messed up after it, man. She totally messed up. She got involved in fucking cocaine, porn at one point, from what I remember.
And then she did some fucking really bad horror movies in the 80s.
Yep.
Oh, I have a really good horror. Martyrs. There's a film for you. Martyrs.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
For all the lads, right, it's got girl-on-girl action in it.
Oh, right, okay.
Possibly not in the way you lot are thinking about it, though.
Oh, okay.
That film, it will... Yeah, that's right up there. There's like a top three.
See...
Martyrs. And any, to be honest, of the Human Centipede films.
Yeah, that's right, Bill. It did. It really messed up them. But that's rumoured to be a right cursed fucking franchise as well.
Yeah.
Zelda
the
Rubinstein was ill since she filmed. Some of the other actors had a slew of bad luck. The lassie that played Carol Ann ended up dying of stomach complications and fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking definitely cursed, that franchise.
Yeah. And then, of course, the guy that played Reverend Kane.
Yep.
When he played him in the second movie, The Other Side, he didn't tell the cast or the crew or even the director, but he was actually dying.
Yeah.
He was actually dying of pancreatic cancer.
Shit.
Was playing it. That's why he looks. They picked him for that role because he looked so fucking frail and gaunt. They wanted him to look really dead. Ironically, he was dying.
Yeah.
That's it. We're making a horror film. We need dead actors.
Yeah. Where are we going to dig this one up from? Oh, too soon.
Don't tell Rob Zombie will come up with it. Good idea.
Well, he needs good ideas because the Monster certainly wasn't a good idea.
His fucking remakes are awful.
His
original films are good.
Halloween wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad, but it weren't brilliant.
I remember before the Monsters came out, sitting there it was me and Jenny sitting there waffling on for hours and hours about the monsters and all the characters and how good it'll be. You know, it's fucking it's Rob Zombie doing it. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was the same.
It really wasn't.
No.
Yeah. I've not even seen it. I've just saw a clip and I was like, nope, don't need to see that now.
No, you don't need to see it. You'll not get that fucking hour and a half of your life back.
I don't want it.
I watched it. I watched the whole thing, and
we watched it at Jenny's once. Was it like, what the fuck?
I know Jenny's a massive.
The first Cloverfield was good. But as a franchise, it's not good because it's just too disjointed.
I kind of like
Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield Lane and the Cloverfield Paradox are all part of the same story.
Yes.
Yet somehow don't have anything to do with each other. Except you hear the noise of the monster at the end of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yep.
And then at the very end of the Cloverfield Paradox, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, turn off now. Towards the end of the Cloverfield Paradox, you find out, oh, this is how the aliens got there. Other than that, completely unrelated for the majority of the movies.
They went down the Blair Witch Project thing of trying to make it scary by doing the handheld footage and all that shit.
Yeah.
And that can work really well for a horror film. It
can. I mean, Skyline. Skyline's a great movie. It's all done with that. That actually was quite a disturbing one. First time I saw that, it was really unsettling. You know, aliens that come down and just steal brains to power their machines. Fucked up, man. But
exactly, Gary. Unfortunately, the whole Cloverfield thing just, didn't work.
And if you don't want to lose any of your time, don't watch the fucking last Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's shite.
Don't intend on it anyway. I never even liked the original, to tell you the truth.
Oh, original's brilliant.
Never liked it.
Love the original, but the fucking last one was just what the fuck.
Yeah. Bill, if you want to see War of the Worlds technically done right, there's a new War of the Worlds movie on Amazon Prime. It's still set in modern day, but it is set in where was it originally? Sussex? Surrey.
Sorry,
it was set, Horsell Common.
exactly, block.
It's set in that area, and it's pretty much the exact same story. It's just set in modern day, and yet that's another one that I actually still enjoyed as well. Was the remake of War of the Worlds, both of them.
Yeah.
The 1950s, loved it. Still one of my favourite sci-fi movies of all time. 1950s War of the Worlds.
Not seen any of them.
What?
Yeah.
I take it people have heard that the fact that there's a possible new Freddy Krueger film coming.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
TV series.
Yep. And as far as I know, Robert Englund's going to be playing him.
I think Robert. I know. I've got a lot of respect for Robert. I think Robert is too old.
I don't know. It depends how they're going to do it. I mean, if he's going to be running about daft, yeah, they can do anything these days. I mean, you had Ian McKellen running about as Gandalf. He's not exactly a spring chicken.
The problem is apparently Rob Zombie has been linked to it. It could be awesome.
Could be, but I think it'd be too. I reckon it'd be too cheesy. He would take the cheesy approach.
Yeah.
I actually got myself banned out of a vape show a while back. I got banned by Mr. Solo because me and Mark ended up arguing on his show about Hellraiser. Now, I'm an enormous Hellraiser fan. That's my go-to for horror. I love the Hellraiser series. Yep. I love the books.
CDW.
See you later, dude.
See you later, buddy. And Mark and I were talking about the new series that was coming out on Hulu.
Uh-huh.
And I said, it's going to be shit. No. I said, it's going to be shit because they've changed the character. Yep. They've changed characters and they've made it into a female character. And I said, it's not a female character or a male character.
Yeah.
Pinhead was always meant to be neither.
Yeah, androgynous. Yeah, because they were supposed to be like fallen. They were supposed to be like fallen cherubim.
And this is when it got funny because Mark said, "Well, I've read books." I said, "Well, not fucking well enough."
Yeah.
We got arguing and that banned me out the fucking chat for about for that night. I was like, but it is true that the Hellraiser series you cannot. I don't think you can remake.
It kind of done well enough, the remake, for me. It was still a decent movie. I liked it. It's just not going to be nearly as good as the original one, though.
I could watch it. Put it that way. I could watch it.
I like the portrayal of Pinhead.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, I've never read books, but I know my mum's a massive Clive Barker fan. She read it. And I remember her saying that, no, they are supposed to be androgynous, sexless.
Yep.
You know, they're somewhere in between because they're suspected to be like fallen angels. You know,
yeah,
cherubim or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Clive Barker himself is a bit of a strange bloke.
Yeah, he's out there. He's definitely out there.
Yeah.
But fucking good writer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're talking about the Hellbound Heart and Abrat and all of the books which I've got here. There's a lot more in the books. Like any film, you'll always get more.
Nephilim were the spawn of angels and humans. Yeah. Cherubim were like the chorus of the angels. What are we saying there?
If you want to get the full experience of Hellraiser, don't bother with the films.
No, read the books. Yeah.
Because I tell you what, they will screw your head up a lot more than the films.
Yeah. One that I would love to see him revisit, and I heard that there was rumoured to be getting done. I heard it years ago, back in like the late 90s, that this was going to be getting done, and then I heard it again recently, is that they're finally possibly going to tackle Midian, which is Nightbreed.
That would be
now,
so good.
Nightbreed as a movie apparently is not even touching on the story that was in the book, but the characters were done, from what I've heard, the characters in the movie Nightbreed were done faithfully.
Mm.
And that's what I loved about that. I loved the whole idea of, no, these aren't the monsters. The monsters are the humans. They're the monsters. I love that. Just a brilliant fucking...
there's an element of truth in that when you think about it.
Yeah.
You look at us in the animal world, we are the most destructive things on this fucking planet by far.
Yeah. Because we are so fucking calculating.
We are.
That's what makes us disturbing.
We're the evil fuckers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, just look at Belle.
Well, I think we're one of the few species.
Not if he's wearing that nurse's uniform again.
We're one of the few species that can take pleasure in the killing.
Yep.
It's not out of survival or necessity. Sometimes it is just purely for the enjoyment. Yeah. Which is shocking. Which is shocking. That's beyond the animal
know
kingdom.
There's been people in history, throughout history, who've enjoyed killing.
Absolute twisted fuckers.
Well, I'm
just
not.
look at that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a photograph of Bill in a nurse's uniform that bothered me. It was what was sticking out the bottom of the uniform that was bothering.
Fucking hell, were it that short?
Well, it must have been a cold day because they were swinging low.
We blew.
Oh, you'll never see Jackass again, unfortunately. Dead and buried.
Yeah,
I think they planned with the last movie to introduce a new team to kind of test the waters to see if people would respond well, and then they could carry on with the new team. But because you don't have Ryan Dunn there, you don't have.
I think that
half of the people that were on the original series weren't there. So,
the problem
the biggest one for me was not having Ryan Dunn for obvious reasons.
Exactly right. I mean, you took Ryan Dunn, bless him, took himself out of it, and
Yep.
For
and then
whatever happens,
that fucked up Bam.
Yep.
Bam, I don't think Bam's ever going to be right, bless him.
Well, I thought that myself, but he actually seems to be sorting himself out.
I hope he does for his sake.
I follow him on Instagram, and he's back to fucking skating on a daily basis. Every day he's at the skate park.
Good.
And it looks like he's got a good crowd of people around him. It's not just like fucking losers, And he looks sober. He looks sober. He looks and seems sober. He's coherent, because you could tell he was off his tits.
Yeah,
I mean, even
all the videos about Steve-O and about his ex keeping the kids from him, and you could just tell that wasn't him.
And can you? I mean, if that was the case, could you have blamed her? Just look at the state of you.
Oh, but
he was
that's the legacy of Jackass, though. You're going to get addicted to painkillers.
Yeah,
unfortunately, and you're going to move on to harder stuff when the painkillers don't work anymore.
He was completely off his head all the time. Yeah. He was always drinking.
Fucking practically every bone in his body.
And he just... I'd love to see him back to his old self of being a complete twat and doing stupid shit. I really would.
He seems together. He seems more together now, and it's not. It's weird. It's like not the same Bam, but it's a better Bam.
Yeah.
On the whole, you know, he seems like he's doing well and he's happy. Because one of the videos I saw, it was one of the first videos he'd done of him skating again. I don't think he ever gave up by any means, you know, but it was he didn't do like videos or anything like that anymore. He was the only videos he saw of him was him sitting in a hotel room, you know, feeling sorry for himself, you know. But it looked like this was the first time he went out and really just had fun again properly.
Cool.
You know, in years he looked happy, you know. Wasn't he put on? It wasn't euphoria from a drug or anything. It was like genuine. Holy fuck, this is amazing. You know, like he'd found his old bike again or something like that, you know.
I know him and Steve-O had a big fallout, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, he fell out with Steve-O. Steve-O, I watch him as well on YouTube.
Yeah, I do.
Steve-O said, look, Bam, you know where I am. One way or the other, whether you want to fucking come and have a go at me, or whether you want to come here and you want to actually sort this shit out and have your best mate back again, your brother back again, pretty much, he said, you know where I am. Either way, you know exactly where I am. It's just Bam's been the one that's kept the distance. Steve-O's had to keep his distance because he doesn't want to. He stepped away from all that shit now, Steve-O. He's completely clean.
Yeah.
You know, and doing well for himself now. He's got like fucking a line of health foods and shit.
Yeah, he's done really well.
So he's trying to stay in the straight and narrow, and he had to keep the distance from Bam for that reason. Otherwise, he would have fell in with it again.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, Johnny Knoxville, I think he's fucked up in other ways.
Yeah, he's starting to, apparently he's developing memory problems.
It's not a surprise. You can't take that much impact to your head that many times and it not do damage.
Yeah. And
he
was addicted to painkillers.
About pain. Believe me, pain as you get older when you've broken a lot of bones.
It gets worse.
It gets tiring. It gets very, very tiring. And I've broken pretty much most of the bones in my body.
Jesus Christ.
So, but I'm still...
Touchwood, never broke a bone.
Oh, I've broken most of them. The pile of fucking paperwork and x-rays that I've got is unbelievable. It's great. The National Health Service are hating me at the minute because I'm having all my papers shipped over from mainland over to Ireland.
Oh, yeah. How did you think they felt with me? I got mine all shipped over like in 2014 when I moved back to Scotland, and then had to get it brought back over. 4 months later.
Here you go then, Gary. Here's some of the star attractions of my body, right? 3 spinal fractures, 1 neck fracture,
shit,
both shoulders, both collarbones, the left one 5 times, the right one 6 times, both forearms, scaphoid in my left forearm. Fingers don't even count because I've broken those more times and repaired it myself more times than I can remember.
For fuck's sake. Usually
through fighting. Both tibias, both fibulas, left kneecap, both ankles, both calcaneum, which is your heel bones.
Jesus Christ.
I fractured both of those. The left one twice. There's a metal plate in my left foot, which actually I think my repairing because it's making funny creaking noises.
I'm going to start calling you fucking Robocop.
Toes and shit like that. They're just little stuff, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I have elbows, things like that. I've broken those a few times. This is the joys of loving bikes. And somebody said to me, the doctor said to me, he says, "Oh, I bet you're glad you don't ride bikes anymore." I went, "I've been back on a bike more recently, cunt."
Yeah.
And I would be back on a bike tomorrow. The danger is I still wouldn't be I wouldn't have slowed down from what I used to be.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, so
stupidity.
maybe a blessing in disguise is what you're saying.
Well, for the ambulance service, probably.
And the health service in general.
It's just, it is what it is. That's the risk you take.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's your choice.
Yes, Lisa,
Exactly.
This is what happens when you Superman yourself off a bike at speed.
Yeah.
130 mile an hour over a dry stone wall.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
Yes. And believe me,
That's how my cousin lost her man. Same thing.
Unfortunately, that's the bad bit. There are cases where,
Yep,
people passed away and died from it.
Similar
and
thing.
I'm really sorry for them.
Weather conditions, but same result. He was going high speed, went over a wall, hit the wall on the way over. That was him. Gone.
Oh yeah, Gary, I'll tell you now, the biggest addiction in my life, and I've had a couple of addictions, but the biggest addiction for me has always been bikes, without a doubt.
And that's strange that was the name that you just said there, because his name was Gary.
Yeah, biggest addiction you can get is motorbikes.
Yeah. Or Pokemon, from what I've been told. Yeah. Bikes and Pokemon. Both equally dangerous.
Pokemon.
Watch out for the dangers of Pokemon's kids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop my son's on about getting a bike now. I won't stop him.
It's freedom, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the worst thing you can do is say to somebody is don't do it. Don't go
Well,
bike.
exactly. When I had my accident, my mum turned around to me and said, "You're not getting another bike, are you?" I said, "Fucking damn right I am."
Yeah. That will put him off.
Well, there's my mate Bill. He was always into bikes when he was growing up. Then kind of stepped away because that was part of his kind of troubled childhood and upbringing and whatnot. Kind of moved away from it because he was involved in a lot of theft. And he wouldn't mind me telling this because like, he's quite open about it, but he used to steal bikes when he was younger. So I think he automatically associated bikes with that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
But then now that he's doing well for himself, he's successful businessman. He runs Finlayson Guitars now, managing guitar. He's a repair guy as well for musicians.
Cool.
And he's like, I'm going to get myself a bike again. So he's got himself a fucking, is that a Triumph?
Nice.
This thing's fucking gorgeous. It's like an old kind of 50s, 60s looking thing,
Yeah.
With the kind of rounded handlebars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful thing, man. And that's him. He just fucking goes round the whole of Scotland and on the bike, any opportunity that he can.
Yeah, it's nice roads. The same as in Ireland, there's nice roads, so why wouldn't it? Same with Yorkshire.
Same round here. Going down into Derbyshire.
That's the thing. It's not even it's not even the bikes that are dangerous. It's other motorists and shit.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
Well, that's it. My accident weren't caused by the bike; it was caused by some dickhead in a fucking escort van pulling out on me on a fucking side road. Next thing I know, I'm flying across his bonnet with fucking bike following me. Hit me back at fucking head. Yeah, fucking bike hit me back at head.
Yeah, that you were very lucky that didn't.
Fuck it, yeah.
Do a lot more damage. It really was.
I think what happened is bikes hit me at back of head. It's knocked me out, and I've gone all floppy. So luckily I didn't break anything. But my fucking shins fucking swelled up. My calves and my shins fucking swelled up for about 5 days.
You know, I'm just thinking, I'm surprised I've never broke a bone. Because when I was in the BMX, I was fucking fearless in that thing.
Yeah, but you
And
learn to
I
fall,
would do
don't
some
you?
mental jumps.
Yeah.
You
Well,
learn
see,
how to
when I was a teenager, skateboarding, you learn to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true, Gary. It is true. It is learning to respect it. But the problem is, I've always I have a major addiction to speed. In both ways, actually. I had an addiction to the other sort of speed as well. But I had a major addiction to speed, as in high speed, and I've done some ridiculously high speeds. And it's because it gives you such a buzz. It's such an adrenaline buzz. It's like Block said about going down on a push bike at 62 mile an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, 62 mile an hour downhill on a push bike, that's fucking shifting.
Yeah,
You know,
it's great fun as well, though.
No, it's a load of fun until you think, oh, I can't stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Smack.
But it's that freedom in enjoying it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love just getting back out and just fucking off for a couple of hours. Not going anywhere, just going out for a ride. Stop at a cafe somewhere for a cup of coffee and come back home.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say this, if it's a weekend, avoid fucking squires.
Yeah.
You'll not fucking get in.
It's what everybody goes there now, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, they always have, let's be honest.
If I decide I'm going up to squires, I always go midweek.
It depends when you say open up a bike. It depends what you mean open up. If you're talking 100, 110, okay. But 100, 110 to me was quite boring for me. So it was, yeah. Well, I have printouts of some of the speeds that I achieved on airfield. So I'm UK record for under 1,000cc straight liners for 2 years running at 217.8 mile an hour. So it is a big fucking addiction.
Yep.
And anybody who's into it is as bad. Just can't walk away from it.
It's been a while since I've been as well, Bill. But yeah, I did a track day at Cadwell on my old bike, on my ZZR. And I'd go and fucking do another track day even now. And that were 15 years ago. What, 15 years?
You're a lot safer if you can get out on a track day or like straight liners, which is just straight runs, top speed runs. You can get out and wind it out, flat out. And I'm not saying you're not going to not hurt yourself if you come off, but if you're on a track and you come off, there's a lot less to hit.
Yep. Especially somewhere like Cadwell that's got some decent run-off areas.
Yeah, and you have got obviously professional medical.
Yeah, you've got all marshals there.
The only trouble now is they've shut Louth Hospital, haven't they?
Yeah.
So there's talk about them shutting Cadwell Park as a BSB event.
That'll be a sad day if they don't.
No, Bill, you are not riding around on a bike with no helmet. You cannot make out you're a Sikh Indian. I just see Bill getting stopped by the coppers. There's a main podcast as his head falls off.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, there's still plenty of wankers on.
Yeah, there's always wankers there who spend shitloads of money on bikes and then think they're fast and have no experience whatsoever.
Yeah.
You always get.
Or they tell you it's a novice-only track day, and then you look round, there's about fucking 10 of them on fucking track bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. True block.
Well, personally, I don't get anybody who rides anything with a Harley badge. Riding a Harley Davidson, you might as well just go out on your ride-on lawnmower. If the technology is about the same.
You'd be picking bolts up every 100 yards.
Hey, Block, Bill pulled that one the other night. Oh, I think I've got a kidney infection.
Yes, I've got a swelling. Pretty quick.
Oh, I don't feel very well. Better go to the hospital. I'm going to get off in a minute.
True built, a lawnmower is faster.
Usually better built as well.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Harleys are overpriced. They are so badly built. And if you could take one out of the showroom, go down the road, and God forbid it rains, because, you know, that does happen in Ireland now and again.
Really?
By the time you got home, it would be rusty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never understood.
Yeah. If I were going to get an American cruiser, I think it'd be a Victory.
Yeah. I quite like the Victories, I must admit.
Yeah, Victory do some nice bikes.
They're well built as well.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Bill suddenly come over hill again.
Yes.
We just need to get him a blow-up nurse for at home. I've now got airplane in my blind.
Autopilot.
Surely not.
Oh, the abuse Bill gets, it's unbelievable. What do you mean old bikes from the 70s? I'm from the 70s, you cheeky bastard.
And you're an old bike.
Yeah.
I've not been ridden that many times.
Not what I've heard.
That didn't come out right. Well.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll be riding a busser.
If the pension still exists, Gary, I will be getting a pension, yes. I love Hayabusas. Yeah, I love Hayabusas. That's a really good bike, actually. But considering what I owned and what I used to ride and had me crash on was actually faster than a Hayabusa, a lot faster.
Jesus.
Without looking up the actual paperwork, so I got all the readouts, it was 279 brake horsepower at the back wheel. So that's about 322 at the flywheel. And that did 217 mile an hour in a flying mile. And then I crashed it. It was 2 days after I'd rebuilt the bike, I crashed that bike.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you this story. I put 20 grand into it. I used to spend a lot of money. I put 20 grand into it. And anybody who knows bikes, and Leo knows this, the centre stand has a little spring on. Okay, it's a little spring. It's a hook on either end, and they stretch naturally. Being the cheapskate, I didn't bother, but I thought, it'd be all right. This is that one. Let's put it back on. Went into a corner down near Stamford. This was where the accident happened. It's a long sweeping left, and I can remember it to this day. And if you got the bike sat right, because the way the road dropped off, you could get on that bound on there. Just power around at 130 all the way around. And I heard, well, going into it, I heard cling. I thought, And then I heard cling again, followed by me turning into Superman. Well, I know I turned into Superman. I flew from where I crashed. We know this because the marks are in the road, or were in the road. I think the tarmac over now, but I travelled 85 feet without
Holy
hitting
shit.
anything before I hit the field, and I ended up in the field for another 7 hours. But I was conscious. This is a weird thing. I was conscious, but I can remember very, very little of what happened because the impact on my brain. And I can remember lying there, and it was a cold night, and I was lying there in this field looking up at the stars thinking, yeah, this is not a bad night, and thinking, and I wasn't in any pain because the impact had like fucked me back end because of the impact had fucked my nerves. So I was lying there, and I said, well, I'm not in any pain, and I'm just lying up staring away at the sky thinking, somebody will turn up in a minute. And then I must have passed out because next thing I can remember was being airlifted. They flew the helicopter in and all that shit and got airlifted. It snapped the bike. I've got the pictures somewhere. I have to dig them out, but I've got the pictures of the bike and it snapped the frame in half.
Jeez.
So that wasn't getting rebuilt after that.
No. No world together and keeping it strong.
When I had my accident, when I come to, I was like, yeah, I was like all sort of curled up. I was like, my arms are hurting, my legs are hurting. I'm all right. I can feel things.
Yeah, it's very much that. When you think you wake up and you go, I can't feel it. I feel all right. Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
And then they got me in back at ambulance. But try and take your coat off without cutting it off. You're not fucking cutting this off, bastards.
Nowadays, if they do that, they'll actually cut down the seams properly.
Yeah.
So you can have it restitched.
And if they had done, I'd have just claimed off his insurance for it anyway. So.
Yeah. You know, we've managed to do the whole show and not once talked about any music.
Yeah.
I don't think there's actually anything coming out at the minute, to be fair.
No.
Not what I'm saying.
I did listen to the new Kerry King song the other day. I don't know if either of you have heard it yet.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not as good as the first single they released.
Right.
I think the first single's better.
I'm just waiting on Anthrax. Anthrax's new one should be August, September, I think.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that comes out.
Yeah, it will be back. I think it's around about November when they're doing that UK tour.
Yeah.
I reckon that could be quite good.
From what I've read, they're having a ball doing it.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because haven't they recorded it at Dave Grohl's studio?
I think so.
Yeah.
Aye,
because I think he's appearing in one of the tracks.
Yeah.
Just going to take a comfort break.
Yeah. I think he's playing in one of the tracks, if I'm not mistaken, or he's doing vocals in one of them.
Because I remember, I think there was either a video or some pictures of him sat behind Charlie's kit and he's going, how the fuck do you play all this?
Oh, have you seen the Drumeo with Charlie Benanti?
No, I've not seen that one yet.
Oh, dude, watch it, man. You'll realise.
All right, Bill. Catch you later, bud.
You already know. Night, Bill. You already know like how good a drummer he is, but for anybody that doesn't know Charlie Benanti as a drummer, you should if you're a metal fan, because this is the guy that pretty much created and pioneered the blast beat. and just when you see him doing what he does, when you listen to him, when you listen to somebody playing drums on something, you think that's pretty complicated. But when you see it getting played, holy shit, man!
Yeah.
There's one he does on a track called "Nobody Knows Anything." It's off of "We've Come for You All," I think it is, the album. But it's just the beat. It's like he's playing fucking loads and loads and loads of ghost notes while he's playing about 4 or 5 different things with his arms, and then he's doing not the easiest of kick patterns as well.
Yeah.
When you hear it, you're like, yeah, I know that's complex, but when you see it getting played, holy fuck, man.
Yeah. Fucking good drummer.
He is. Fantastic drummer. And obviously he's playing with Pantera tribute as well. Yeah, that's true, Gary.
Yeah, but he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
Right.
That's true. I mean, that's what Charlie's like as well, because his main kit, I think he's got quite a few cymbals, but he's quite traditional. He's only got 3 toms.
Yeah.
A snare, hi-hat, ride. But as I said, he's maybe got like a few splashes and a cowbell or whatever, but as far as the shells are concerned, it's standard. Whereas as soon as he started doing Pantera, all of a sudden he's got an extra fucking floor tom. I think there's 3 racks.
I think
rack
so,
toms, maybe.
Yeah.
A shitload of fucking cymbals, 2 snares and 2 hi-hats. One kind of semi-open and the other all the way open. Fucking nuts, man. But yeah, as I said, when he's with Anthrax, he's pretty much using standard shells, standard amount, so it's nothing too complex. But it's, like you said, what he does on it, just with those simple amount of shells.
Yeah. It all comes down to the drummer themselves, and their style of drumming. I still think Ginger Baker's got to be up there as possibly the greatest drummer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Gets my vote as well, man. Without a doubt.
As long as who was the Scottish bass player in Cream?
Jack Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
But let's be honest, Jack Bruce was, I mean, fuck me, that guy could play.
Oh, yeah. Very, very melodic bass player as well.
Very.
Yep. Very melodic.
But quite a simple, I don't want people to take it the wrong way, but a simple style, but very, very effective style.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes people overcomplicate their playing.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Clapton got his name, Slowhand, because it sounds, he's not playing that many notes, but it's just what he's doing with that simple amount of notes. It's how he plays them and the amount of inflection that's on them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, well, Mickey D used to say whenever in Motörhead, I could really overcomplicate these songs, but it just wouldn't be the Motörhead style.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, Phil Taylor had the best, he had the best start with drumming, pots and pans in the kitchen on the floor because his dad got sick and tired of hearing a racket.
That's how one of my old drummers got started. He was a jazz drummer. Tony played in the blues band with him. One of the best drummers I ever had the pleasure to play with, man.
Well, how did you start?
This guy played with circuses. This guy's played with circuses. Toured around the world with them. Played in the jazz circuit in Glasgow, but he started literally pots and pans because his family were poor as hell, couldn't afford a kit, so he learned on that and played along to Miles Davis and shit.
I do it with Gwendolyn. I just let her just cry. Just give her boxes, pots and pans.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck off, go. don't think Alana appreciates it sometimes. It's just like, leave it to it.
And then you need to move her up onto the Pokemon double bass kit.
I'm just leaving her to it to see where she goes. He keeps on it, but I swear Gary's a bit.
True, Gary.
He likes his ABBA, doesn't he?
Oh, he likes his ABBA.
I can't stand them because my dad was a fucking massive fan, but I'll give them their due. Those guys knew how to write fucking songs.
They did a few songs that I wouldn't say I'm a bit massive fan of, but they were, not bad.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know, it's sort of that manufactured pop thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of.
They were bloody good at it, though.
They were good at it. And they,
they're just not, I get subjected to it like I was a kid, so.
They definitely got
bad memories of it.
I knew how to put that hook in that drew people in. They really did.
Just like Gary said, they're simple. I mean, you take Gimme, 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 whatever it's called. Is it Gimme, Gimme, Gimme?
If you want a man after midnight, that's your choice.
It literally starts off with a diddly-dee, diddly-dee. So simple.
Hold on, Bill.
Amazing to it, but you remember it.
You've often had a man after midnight. What was it?
Yeah.
Is that what it was called? Gimme, Gimme, Gimme?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Aye. I had to play it for a fucking school choir fucking concert as well on the bass. I had to play it. I had to play it and like a whole fucking number of other ABBA tunes.
Well,
now I know where Rob Alford gets his living after midnight.
No, that's wrecked his punk image, hasn't it?
Hey, even punk guys learn from the weird places as well. I mean, look at fucking Lydon, massive fucking Bowie fan.
Yeah, well, they all
massive. Aye.
You see, I've never been a David Bowie fan.
Neither have I. Just the odd tune though. The odd tune. Holy
especially
shit!
When they had Mick Ronson with him.
Oh fuck it! Now he was from Hull, wasn't he?
Yeah,
from Hull.
Bill's home city. Yeah, he was. I mean, he was a seriously good guitar player.
You are.
Mark Ronson.
Yeah.
I think Mick's still
as in producer Mark Ronson.
No, Mick.
Same. Oh, Mick. I'm thinking Mark. Sorry. I wonder if they're related.
I'm sure Mick's still going.
Right.
Well, I hope he is. We'll have to have a look now.
Oh, my mate was telling me that that's Mike Oldfield properly retiring. It was kind of sad to hear that.
Yeah.
Apparently he's not doing too well.
Oh,
that's a shame.
I don't know what it is, but apparently he's retiring because he just can't do it anymore, apparently. For whatever reason.
Mick Ronson died back in April 1995.
Holy shit.
I didn't think it was that long ago.
They kept that. Nothing was made out of it, though, was it?
No.
Or maybe I'm just getting forgetful, and you know.
Well, you're going to know.
Shut up, Gary. We don't need your input before you come out with it.
Oh, I knew before he even fucking said he liked the Police that he liked the Police. Because you looked at him, the haircut.
Yep.
And the way he played was just Stuart Copeland.
Yeah.
His whole look was Stuart Copeland.
Stuart, isn't he?
Oh,
Stuart Copeland is a genius.
Yeah. What I like
and also his dad wrote Fanfare for the Common Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I liked about Stuart though is he's not focused on just one form of music.
No. Draws from everything.
Music. It's the whole. It doesn't matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of artists now could learn from that. I really do.
Is he not involved in some kind of super group now?
I think he might
I'm
be.
pretty sure I heard he was joining up with a few other big names and forming some group.
I know he did. He's done a few classical pieces, sort of classical.
Yeah, he's done a lot of classical stuff.
And so I tell you what, I'm not a big.
He's done a lot of film scores as well.
Yeah, I'm not a big classical music fan. There's certain sort of
produced a lot of Primus stuff as well.
Yeah,
but he's some of his stuff is really, he's got that sort of almost Police vibe, but classical. It's strange, but I must admit, I do like that sort of stuff in music when people do stuff that you really don't expect them to be doing.
And Queen, Gary, Queen, you're just Queen to me are the best band. Like
Day at the Races,
ever.
Awesome.
Night at the Opera as well, man. That for me, that's the best album of all time.
Favorite album just to listen to has got to be Brighton Rock. You know.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, I love
all those earlier ones, but I mean, Night at the Opera is just pinnacle for me, man. Just for
I don't know what blog's just called me, but I'm not happy about it. There's no need for it. Give me a clue, Block. I'm being a dopey git here. Well, as you
might be saying, "Oh no, police are here."
Yeah, 1-2 police.
Yeah.
And Sting, fucking hell, what a bass player, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He was playing on a fretless the majority of the time back then.
Look, Stuart Copeland. Should I have a look now?
But I'm wondering who it was he was joining up with. I don't know if it was like for an album or whether it was just like he was guesting with these guys just for 1 or 2 songs, but I just remember thinking, holy shit, I need to check that out.
I know he's having Miles Copeland, fuck's sake.
Bollocks.
Indeed.
Both of them.
Yep, testes, 1, 2.
Sorry.
That's where the other one went.
Yeah, I borrowed it, mate. Sorry. I'll send it back in the post.
German techno pop, Kraftwerk.
Oh. Apparently, there's a new album coming out called Spyro that Stuart Copeland's on.
Right.
But I can't really find anything else.
Does it say who it is, though?
I'm trying to find out, but as per usual, Google is about as much use as a fucking chocolate pie, God.
Or an ashtray on a motorbike.
Yeah. He did Spyro the Dragon. He did the soundtrack for Spyro.
No way.
Yeah. On February 6th, 2020, Divine Tides brought Copeland's 7th Grammy Award.
Produced Antipop for Primus.
Yeah.
Fantastic album. Probably the last of the great Primus albums, if you ask me as well.
2021, he did the opera Electric Saint about the life of Nikola Tesla.
Maybe that's what it was.
I really want to now listen to that because that sounds really cool because I'm a big fan of Tesla. He's done some real way out, what, you can't consider, not way out, but, not...
Was
eclectic.
You can tell he's a child of the hippie generation.
Yeah. He's good. He's got something. But yeah, I can't find out about a super group though.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
wouldn't be surprised, though. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
No.
Yeah.
Right, I think we'll call it at that. Been going on for 3 hours again.
Agreed, Block. Primus suck. And any Primus fan knows that means you love them.
Gizmodrome.
No need for that sort of language.
The band is
Gesundheit.
called Gizmodrome.
Get ointment for that.
Ah,
Gizmodrome, sometimes known as Copeland, King, Cosmo, and Mark King, the bassist from Level 42.
yes! That was it.
Adrian Bellew, who was Frank Zappa, King Crimson, Talking Heads.
Mm-hmm.
What else is in there? Italian keyboardist Vitro Cosmo. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Stuart Copeland with fucking Mark King.
That could
That,
be.
that alone is worth checking it out for.
Yeah.
Because again, love them or hate them. Level 42. Holy shit. Those guys could play.
Yeah, they were good in their time.
Oh, yeah,
They really
man.
were.
Still are. I mean, they're still together.
Still touring.
One iteration or another. You know, they're still together. Still playing.
Cool.
I've literally seen him with his thumb bleeding, you know, in some performances.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
Anywho.
Right. I think we'll call it at that. You want to say your goodbyes, Matt?
Goodbye, and yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Midweek one, so yeah, lots of waffling about lots of nothingness
As usual.
as usual.
good.
Yeah, and but no, it's been a fun one. It's good to catch up on. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, and I shall hand over to Mr. G.
No worries. Yep. Cheers for turning up, guys. I'm doing stuff again on Twitch. Finally get my stuff sorted out, and I've started doing the odd stream. Can't at the moment though, because I'm still half deaf.
Pardon?
So I can't get doing any mixes. Sorry, did you say something? But as soon as the ears are sorted out again, I'll be doing some stuff on Twitch again.
Cool.
Yeah. See you in the next one.
Yep. Thanks everybody for coming.
And keep an eye out on if you're friends with me on Facebook, keep an eye out there for any information coming up about the charity. That's all I can say at the moment.
Will do. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks G and Matt again. And if it weren't for you guys, we won't have a show. It'd just be us three just waffling onto each other, which we usually do anyway.
So it's no change. We just
We just have a bit of an audience.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see you on the next one. Keep it loud. Keep it heavy.
Yeah.